Yo, what's the time? We're going up to two? Flip it now. Man, YouTube just fucking. It's not having. Won't process these vids. My vids won't process, people. Won't process my vids for some reason. It's not processing my videos. So I would have had a video uploaded, but it won't process it. You know what I mean? So, like, I think could be the internet speed, could be something like that. I don't know. I don't know what it is. So yeah, I wanted to upload a vid, but if it's not uploading, I don't know. I have to try and find what's the issue. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have imagined this any of the devices I'm using. I'm using the laptop and PC. It won't process them either. I don't think it's the device. I don't know if it's down with the service provider. I'm not sure what it is. I ain't got a clue. I haven't got a clue. That's kind of peed me off, man. Kind of peed me off. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of peed me off. All right, let's see what's going on. Yo, Lennox, what's up? Lennox, big up. Big up. Who else is in the building? All right. Big up Lennox. Big up Rashid. Big up Potish. Yeah, man. I don't even know if I'm staying on too long, man. I only came on to see if like the Hangout was working because like if that ain't like if the videos ain't processing that, I don't know if this is working. You see, this thing's fine. I need to get my shit back on point, man. Anthony, what's good? These early morning streams are for self-employed Brits and Americans. Yeah, Linux, man. It could be the service provider, man. I mean, like I've got a video for the Ryan Garcia thing to upload, but it's just not processing. It won't process. Um, Anthony says these early morning streams are for self-employed Brits and Americans. Where would I'd be self-employed. I'd be self-employed. You know what I mean? Yeah, the Ryan Garcia thing, it's embarrassment, isn't it? It's a bit of an embarrassment. I don't know. Could I play it through here? Play it on a media player. I'll do that another time. Maybe tomorrow morning or something. Yeah. I've got the free time right now, so you know what I mean. I haven't worked since February. When I say work, I mean work. I will return though, and when I do return, obviously you won't be getting as much videos. Is what it is. The output will slow down. Did I notice? Did you get a notice from YouTube on why they couldn't process the video? No. Mm-mm. No, I didn't virtuoso. No, got nothing at all. Like I've still got it. Like I've still got like I've got it trying to process. Still, it just won't process. The thing won't process. But internet's because internet isn't working that bad. It's not working that badly. So I'm just wondering if it could really be. Maybe it could be. Maybe it could be. Just not having it. So I'm gonna have to find a way of uploading. I'm sure by tomorrow I'll have it uploaded. What the fuck is going on, man? Shit is crazy, bro. I never did this in all this time. I've had issues with that, but not for years with the upload. It hasn't been for years. Yeah, massive embarrassment for the sport for such a high-profile fight. Yeah, but we should have seen it coming, really, innit? Like, we should have we missed all the signs. Let's keep it real. I mean, do you really think this guy could beat legitimate world-class opponents? You know what I mean? With authenticity. You know what I mean? We should have seen it coming. Look how he was acting. You know what I mean, man? On that wild Mexican ball meat and marijuana. Can't be doing his head any good. That's why he was acting like how he was acting, in it. Yeah. That's how he was acting like he was acting. Yeah. He's found a new friend though, and like Javante Davis, desperate to watch his little win appreciating it. Sad, really. You know, Devin worked so hard to unify his straps at 135 and win a strap at 140, all legitimately, only for this guy to fucking, you know what I mean? Sad, 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 sad. Let me see what this dude's saying there. I don't really communicate with them channels that you're talking about. I thought it was coke, but it turns out it was PEDs. Yeah. I mean, one of them had weight cutting, you know what I mean, properties in it, but he still couldn't make the weight. It seemed very strange to me. He's a strange dude, isn't it? Asking man, telling people to suck his Bozak, like. So man, like this dude, man, and made the WAP song as well. Mm. I don't know. What do you test for? Nandrolone, Ostarine. Failed two substances, I believe, isn't it? Is it 2 tests and 2 substances? Yeah. Huh? I mean, At least you could do for me 6 likes on this one. Right? Give the old boy a break, like, you know what I mean? Can't upload videos. Not much people watching it anyway. So. Yeah. Did he really think he was going to get away with it? I mean, they must have had quite a bit of violent testing that he got caught. One of the tests was on the day of the fight, one was the day before. See some of his fans trying to say they're violating him for a test he passed. They're saying that the test was 8 days before. They're such liars, man. They're such liars, and they like trying to convince themselves that either taking PEDs or missing the scales have nothing to do with them winning. You know what I mean? It's just it's crazy. I mean, you can't take the victory from him, but it's a double whammy, isn't it? Fighting a fucking doped up Ryan. You know what I mean? Petted up, juiced up. Big up Lisa Bells. My thoughts on Vergier versus Tim. Asks Alex Lorenzo. I have to break that down, man. Man, my head ain't in space to break down that fight right now. Pissed off. I've got 2 videos to flip in, load. I've got 2 videos to load. I won't even load fucking one motherfucker. Let me not curse bad words. I mean, let me not curse a bad word. Here's what it is. Yeah. These youngins in boxing are giving me a headache. My goodness. Yeah, they're a handful. They're a right handful. So you know what I mean, like talk absolute nonsense at times, and you know, Ryan was talking about Connor in 2022. It's shocking what's happening over there in England, and if you cheat, you're weak, and this and that. Oh man, stop it, man, stop it. Stop it. I really, like, to be honest, like, I'm not staying long because, like, you guys expecting me to talk. I want to upload my vids, man. I want to upload. I had another 2 videos to really do. I mean, I had 3. I'm practically 3. Or 1 that need finishing up. 3 videos to upload. Can't fucking upload them. Nonsense. Nonsense, man. Oh, what? Yeah, the Tank fell out with Clarissa. Man, Tank's just really. Anthony Mackin, I think that he might have put irreparable damage on Haney. Yeah, perhaps he did. I actually mentioned that in the video that I was trying to upload. Perhaps he did. Yeah. He may well have did. I think Round Run is scared now in case someone come to bust his head. To be honest, and like somebody like see this the thing with that juicing, like see what Edgar Berlanga said. He said if someone did that to me, I'd murder them, and he'd do it as well. You know, he'd do it. He'd do it. He'll do it. You know what I mean? And this is something for people to go think about, man. You know, you go take pets and beat someone up, and they found out you did that. They might come back and murk you. They're thinking, yo, this guy tried to take my life in the ring, you know. Tried to take my life. I take it for joke. You know what I mean? Around fucking making jokes. You know what I mean? Around making jokes, bro. Around making jokes. What did he say? Diddy gave him the what did he say? Did he give him the PEDs or Jesus steroids? I mean, like, he's not even thinking that this could be a serious legal situation or there could be some retribution with consequences for doing that. You know what I mean? I think that might have been Garcia's whole purpose, was to seriously hurt Haney and end his career by any means by juicing. Yeah. Yeah, telling man to suck his junk. Yeah. You see, man, I have to watch all that shit there, you know. Telling man, I mean, telling people for God suck. See, what you said, boy? I mean, yeah, something wrong with him, man. Something wrong with him. Yeah, repeatedly asking man to do that. What's the matter with him? What's the matter with him? Is the question. Wish I knew. Him and Tank just not very intelligent, are they? Not very intelligent. Right, man. Garcia is a narcissist. He doesn't care about boxing. He's made his money, and he'll bounce out and go the Andrew Tate route. Did you hear what he was trying to say? You know what I mean? That they hammed him up because he was exposing the elites. Oh dear. You know what I mean? See that you know he's got that from that red pill and Andrew Tate thing. Like, these guys really think they're saving the world. They really believe they're saving the world. Bunch of fucking wankers, and I don't care who supports them. You know what I mean? Pricks. I'm not even talking about Tate. I'm talking about people who support them. Bunch of pricks. You know what I mean? Pricks. Keep it real with me. Now Ryan is telling his crazy fan base about Victor Conte. Yeah. Yeah, I see that. I see that as well. You know what I mean? Kevin must want to murk him for real, though. See, Ryan is this person who do something like that and not really think about the consequences. I bet Ryan is shook, shitting himself. In case man run up on him. Yeah. You know? I wasn't too thrilled to hear that, man. I wasn't too thrilled at all. But we should have saw it coming. We really should have saw it coming. And from now, this is why, see, what I did say, though, the one thing I did say, and I didn't know he took PEDs, they shouldn't allow boxers to act like mad and go in the ring. They shouldn't. They shouldn't. They have to do some kind of psych evaluation. You can't go in the ring with that temperament. You can't go in the ring with that temperament. No way. Yeah. If you can't act like you're sane, you can't go in the ring. I have to cancel this, boss. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe you took some head trauma from sparring or something. And it's altered the composition of what's in your marbles, mate. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what's happening. Can't let you in the ring. They should have let him on a Barboza fight. You know what I'm saying? They should let. And yeah, yeah, he could have ruined Devin's career. And he's just openly coming out, like making jokes about what's happened when he could have really hurt Devin. Oh, they did, Lisa? I didn't know that. The New York Athletic State Commission gave him a psych evaluation. I didn't know that. So, and he passed. Damn, JD said madness. I feel for Haney. Yeah, yeah, it's messed up what he did to Dev. It's messed up. Really messed up. Really messed up. And if Devin was to murk him, I'm not going to be coming out and say, "Oh, poor Ryan, this is really sad." He would have got what he deserved. You know, truth. He would have got what he deserved. Because I know what I'm like. I want to get back. I want payback, bro. That's why I want. I want payback. I want payback. Can't just go out and do that, man. You know what I'm saying? And then this motherfucker talking about British boxing, nah, Mexican boxing, bro. That fucking Mexican beef, bro. You know what I mean, you Canelo, Oscar Valdez, all in the same stable. Who was the other one? Was it Francisco Vargas? Yeah, they was in the same stable, weren't they? Yeah. Talk about British boxing. The fuck out. And Tank's got some serious low self esteem, bro. Got some serious low self esteem. He's nearly 30. And he talks to him like he got cotton wool in his mouth, like a 4-year-old. He's got some serious low self esteem. Yeah, man. That white boy Eddie with his silver spoon. And Eddie took the test. The test and the frame that ran. You know what that is, yeah? You know what that is? He thinks that a white guy like Eddie, because of his accent or something, is so powerful, yeah, that he could get hold of the test, get hold of the test, corrupt it, you know, just to get the situation back in his favor because Devin lost. He really believes that. And you know what that is? That's low self-esteem that he thinks that, you know what I mean? Like Eddie has that kind of pull. Like Eddie hasn't had fighters who've got caught up in PD violations with father. So why didn't he do that with Connor? You know what I mean? Why didn't he pull some strings with Connor? The boy's a fool, I tell you. He's a fool. JD said, yeah, Tank is a fool. Yeah, he's a fool. Big up, Guzzy. Greetings, the beauty of the pencil. Greetings, greetings. See, like, the stream is working fine. For the most part, the internet is working fine. So, can it really be the speed that's stopping it from processing? Perhaps something to do with, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a techie, am I? I'm not a techie. How would I know? Man, well, I don't know, boy. If I don't get to upload these videos, man, I'm just gonna flip in. I'll give it gonna take about a week off. You know what I mean? Take about a week off, but this stuff. I'll upload my vids. It's not happening. And then you had Canelo and Oscar. Oscar thought he was in 8 Mile. Yes, I've been through depression. I did take drugs. I did ruin the whole company. Now what else are you gonna say about me? He thought he was B Rabbit, man, in 8 Mile against Papa Doc. But I know your real name. Real name is Clarence, and Clarence got 2 parents who have a good marriage. Yeah, hit the like, people. Jazz Funk, what's up? Bizzle, big up. Anthony. Garner Herbs has posted on Twitter that there is no Ostaline in their products. Oh, he's saying he used a supplement or something? JD, certain people out there still secretly want to give Garcia credit for beating Devin, even though they know the win is in question now. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they really don't want to give up that win, JD. It's a great point. They're determined not to give up that win. I don't know what's the deal with that. It's the weirdest thing to me. I want to big up Lisa Bells for the $5 super sticker. Much appreciated, Lisa. Much appreciated. Hakeem. Plus he took Nandrolone. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. What's that? Tyson Fury's gear, in it? Tyson Fury gear. Don't be surprised if someone pops Usyk versus Fury. Don't be surprised. It's got this feeling. It's got this feeling. Oh, he said he was using a root supplement. Yeah, it's definitely Tyson Fury's thing, Hakeem. Big up, Hack. You know what I mean? Ryan's a liar. Ryan is a liar. Tank is full of gunk, man. Tank. I mean, like, Tank, man. I really can't stand Tank, man. I really can't stand. You see them PBC fans who were calling the race card when Eddie said that he wasn't a deep thinker, and they started pulling the race card. I can't stand them dudes, man. Can't stand them, to be honest with you. Really can't stand them. Not like I hate them or anything like that, but they're just so like they're so toxic. They're just toxic, and they're just so like, I don't know. I don't know if they're stupid or if they think they can just lie blatantly to other grown people. I think that they can pass it off as a truth. I don't get that, man. Don't get that at all. You know what I mean? Saying someone isn't a deep thinker has to be them being racist. So if a black person said it to him, then what? Then what would you say? Yeah, that's the equivalent of calling him the N word. Is their logic? I just don't like the way they reason things out. I just don't like it. I just don't like it at all. I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, he's a liar. And yeah, he gets a 2-year suspension, man. The only thing he'll be fit for in the boxing world is the misfits. If he comes back at 154, he's gonna catch some of them flipping Joshua neck stretching uppercuts, bro. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? Them neck stretchers. He's gonna get battered. If he comes back at 147 or 154, unless they match him extremely cautiously, if he can't take PEDs or put rehydration clauses or try some little stunt on the scales, he's getting merkled. Merkled. I'm telling you. He knows it. He knows it. He knows it. Mark Anthony Eddie called Tank an idiot today on IFL for his position around failed tests. The alphabet boxing gang will be coming for Eddie's head again. Listen, Eddie should just tell them to suck out the mother. I'm gonna start using language like that. But they just draw it out of you, bro. They draw the last fucking rations of reasoning from you and decorum. They just draw they like drag it out of me, man. You know what I mean? They just make you just go straight back to the gutter. Yeah, I mean, like you talk to them for a little while in a disagreement, and you're in war mode. You automatically have to go to war mode just to have a conversation with them. Oh yeah, Leonard Ellerby, yeah, Lisa, yeah, skinning teeth with Canelo on Fight Night. Yeah, when Canelo was on the zone, it was different. The story, yeah. All promoters are like that though, even Eddie in it. Big up Lennox. Like a stupid reasoning, dumbass reasoning. Anthony Macker said, "Here's conspiracy theory beats. Maybe Garcia has been paid by Golden Boy to juice up to do it. A hatchet job permanently damage Haney to drive him out of the sport." I tell you what, yeah. Let me not say nothing on this case here, because I mean, like, I don't want to fan the flames. But to me, this case here should be a warning to anybody. If you juice up and batter someone, and then you get caught, one day someone's going to go after somebody, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Yeah. One day someone is going to go after someone and say, "No, I'm not having this. I am not having this."
All right, big up beats.
Yo, what's up, Lennox?
Oh yeah, it's one thing I want to point out first and foremost that you've been harping on about, but man, them don't tend to notice. If you notice the difference in language, yeah, you see this
Yeah.
thing did not say adverse finding, said he failed a test.
Right. Yeah.
I know you pointed it out in several videos, but man, them don't seem to really understand, the differences in just fundamentals of the English language in that. But yeah.
Yeah. And it's important to break down the distinction between the two. You know what I mean? Like failed or adverse. Yeah. Of course it is. You know what I mean? This boy was cheating, Lennox. He was blatantly cheating.
Yeah, no, I mean, here's the thing, right? Everyone knew he was on something. You get me? Like, leading up to the fight, whatever he said, whatever, like, them nervous ticks and that. Honestly, I thought he was microdosing on coke.
You know what it reminds me of? Is Maradona in the 1994 World Cup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, after he scored that goal, and you see that mad look in his face when he went up close to the camera. You know what I mean? Yeah, reminded me of
Yeah,
that.
because I thought he was, you know what I mean? I thought he was on that West Coast thing where man them, microdose like what's his name? The Fort Alexis Arguello.
Oh,
Aaron Pryor.
Yeah,
Aaron.
yeah. I thought it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
on a microdose thing because they do that like microdose because it's a stimulant. So you know what I mean they microdose to train in that because that's what I thought he was doing. Because yeah, it's crazy because if you're drinking through camp, you got to do something to stay hydrated. You got to be on something to balance. I don't care if you're 22, whatever. It's just the effects of alcohol on the athlete are the same. It's not, especially for boxers. So yeah, it's messy, and we're getting to see everyone's true colors because the spin I'm seeing, like the spin, the spin that some people are on is crazy. I did not know that Devin Haney was this disliked until yesterday. Like
yeah,
yesterday, I was like, "Rah, people really just don't like Haney," and I don't really understand it.
yeah, yeah. Well, some are saying it's because he associates with like certain PBC fans. You know what I mean?
No, but it's
Certain
before that. You get me? That man just started jock riding him after he beat Lomachenko. But like, there's been sort of like an underlying, you know. At first, I thought it was because he's a pure boxer. Some people, a lot of boxing fans don't like boxing. You get me? You've heard me say that before. A lot of so-called boxing fans don't like boxing.
yeah. Well, a lot of them are holding on to what you said, like about
It's
um,
the Loma thing, I think, from years back.
that decision. Like they went well with Tony got that decision, but when he said he's not going to let no Caucasians beat him, he said, I
Yeah,
mean, we're
that's
not
the one.
one.
That's what I mean. I meant that.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
a lot of them, and like people hold on to stuff like that. So you mean
yeah,
you got to watch what you say as well. 'Cause you
yeah.
got to watch what you say.
But that's mad. So you rather see, so you be, so not you. When I say you, it's a general you, referring to the people that have them opinions. So you rather see him get killed by 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 a guy hopped up on pegs,
Hmm.
like
Yeah,
he's rationalized.
but see, that's how far the tribal factor. You know what I mean? That's how far it goes. Like I think I have a feeling that some of them who were offended by his no white boy beat him or him beating Lomachenko, I think some of them wouldn't mind if he died. I don't think. I mean, I'll
Yeah,
just be honest.
it's mad because the spin jobs are crazy because people are like, oh well, why'd the fight go on if it was blah blah blah? I said, hey, he failed the post fight test, so by all intents and purposes, he could have passed the pre fight one and failed the post fight one. So what happened if he passed the pre fight and failed the post fight? You'd say he was clean. Like I don't really understand a lot of the arguments. He just like, yeah,
Did he
Yeah. It's
fail
crazy.
two? I think he failed two, though, innit? Like
Failed
yeah, he
two
the
failed
day
tests.
too.
Failed
before
two
and the day
tests.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah, he failed a pre-fight and a post-fight.
Yeah.
And the
I mean, like,
post-fight thing, so the post-fight thing, if you really research Austrian, like the half-life of Austrian, the post-fight thing is the most egregious. Because that means the thing's got like a half-life for 24 hours or something like that. That means you went in the ring, hopped up, like you had the substance in your system for your fight performance.
And what is it like? I think you could take steroids and then stop for 6 weeks, and they're still in your system, innit? So that's why he's probably passing all the tests up until that time, innit?
Yeah, because Austrian, so the research that Austrian has a short half life. The thing that's really flagging is an androlone for me, because that stays around longer. Austrian, like a lot of people get popped on Austrian because they mistime the test. So what? Because
what?
it's got a short half life, it doesn't stay in your system that long. Like they either take it to train or take it after training. So people usually get away. So if you look at if you look at the number of the substance that people get popped for the most, Austrian comes up because a lot of people risk it because it's a short half life. So they figure if I'm not getting tested this week, I can use a bit of gear. But then they get hit with surprise tests and boom. The nandrolone thing, that's the real red flag there. It's like,
Yeah, that alone thing is like I think ostarine it replicates steroid. Is that right?
Yes,
yeah,
a
what?
psalm. It's like this
Yeah.
designer drugs, like, and they're legal apparently, but obviously not for athletes, but for normal people, they're legal.
Yeah, they're legal. All the influencer, like the most of the fitness influencers, that crowd, them men are all on Psalms.
Yeah,
What's Psalms? Is that ostarine?
it's
It's
like a designer drug beast. Like but they're still under studies. They've been about since the 90s. They
Wow.
replicate like
it
anabolic
replicates
steroids.
the effects of steroids, and they're supposed to quote unquote have minimal side effects.
Yeah,
That's crazy, you know.
yeah, you can buy them on Amazon. Most people nowadays, I don't know if you notice why everyone's jacked up these days. Most of these kids take them now that go to the gym regularly.
So what is it? What's it like? Is it like a recreational drug or is it a PED?
It's a
What is it?
They're
PED.
like steroids, like pills, but steroids.
Wow.
Yeah.
What happened to just eating good food and training, man? What happened to that? It's
Everyone's
no
on
more.
the. It's the social media thing, isn't it? Like everyone is all about the image now, isn't it? So everyone wants to be a bodybuilder, and all the girls are on the, what would you call it? Like Botox and what have you.
Yeah,
Everyone just
it's the male equivalent of it's basically the male, because the man them can't go get a BBL, but they get some Psalms
yeah,
and get a gym membership.
yeah.
Psalms, you know.
That's
Wow.
exactly what it is.
Wow. So that's what Ryan was taking, yeah?
Yeah, that's
That's
what it's
one
on.
of the things he was taking.
He tried it though when he tried to say he was on that supplement, and then they just came out and said, "Nah, we don't have that in our supplements."
And he doesn't care, does he? He doesn't even care.
Nah,
No. It's
he
coming
fights,
across
so
like
he
he didn't
don't.
care.
He's not bothered him.
That's why, like,
He'll
to
still
be
get
honest, like,
fights.
yeah. When I saw the way he responded, I was like, boy, if someone comes to murk him, I wouldn't even give a shit about him. He's just a piece of crap. He's an absolute piece of crap.
This is looking shady for that team though, because everyone who's trained with Reynoso seems to get popped.
No, hey, you know what? Remember I said this years ago, yeah? Like, I said it years ago, but hey, listen, again, I've always been like, I got my spot, like, until you get caught, I'm not going to comment. I have my suspicions, but yeah, it's a bit mad still. And you know what people are not paying attention to, yeah? The fallout for this is going to be long, because here's another thing that's a bit mad. So your post-fight test, you're supposed to have a post-fight test with the commission,
Right.
right? So here's what I'm saying, yeah? Why go on with the commission test? Because it's usually the same piss sample, or at least you're not going to pee 3 times after the fight. So why go on with the New York State Commission's, like, what about their testing? Like, they didn't test for the substances? They're
Look
not as
like,
thorough? They're not as thorough, or they got paid off? Like, why go on there?
yeah. Good questions. Like,
No, Beast, you've been around boxing. You understand what I'm saying, right? Because the post-fight test is automatic, right? Normally, even if there's no VADA, no additional testing, the post-fight test is standard, right? You come out, the commission, you got a representative from the commission follows you to
right.
the bathroom, and then you got to give a sample.
Yeah.
And if you can't, they sit with you, right? If anyone's ever been back as thinking fight, they literally sit with the fighter and the team. No, and they give you bottles of water until, like, they don't leave the fighter's sight until the fighter peaks.
flushing the piss out of you somewhere or the other.
Yeah, bitch, you know this. You've been around boxing enough. If you've been at fights or at a corner, you've seen this. They sit with the fighter like there's one person you see them. He usually got a colored, whatever the commission color is. Like in New York, I think is a maroon color. They will sit with the fighter until they pee.
Yeah. That's screwed
So, So my question is either the New York State Commission testing is not as thorough, or what happened to that sample?
Well, lots of questions there. Like I'm saying, lots of questions there. Lots of questions that they need to be answered. Like
Yeah, but
some
like,
people
no,
start.
honestly, am I making sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. But some people sort of say that like Errol Spence was juicing with Derek James, and Eddie Reynoso's gym. So you don't even know if the trainers are influencing these fighters to take shit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a good thing that Joshua got out of that gym, isn't it?
It's excellent. I mean, no. Well, obviously, yeah. Remember, as soon as he joined that gym, everyone was like, "Ah, right, that's not a good look," just because of the rumors and that. Again, I'm never, unless there's an actual test that pops up with a question mark. Like I can have my suspicions. You lot know how I feel about man them that always are injured, but I'm never gonna
Yeah.
actually say it until you know what I mean. Until there's a situation where we get an adverse finding is something funny, like what's his name, Beterbiev. I was like, this man's got a pattern of getting injured between every fights. Every fights get pushed back to
Yeah.
injury.
Always getting injured. Always getting injured.
No,
You know
I
what I mean?
He's
didn't put.
old though. To be fair, he's old. He's old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even when he
I
was
know he's
younger, he was
old.
getting injured. But when he was younger,
Yeah,
he was getting injured.
his
At
entire
19
career.
fights. Yeah.
His entire career has been a pattern. So I didn't put anything on him until man had a dodgy finding. I'm like, all right,
Didn't he
you
have
know,
2 substances as well? And they gave him a pass. He got a pass.
Now that I think they said it was adverse. It
Testosterone and
was
something. What
abnormal.
was the other one?
They said it
Testosterone
was
levels were
abnormal
high.
level.
abnormal
Yeah.
levels of T. He had abnormal. They couldn't find a substance, but it was. They basically thought it was suspicious that at his age and whatever reason, his levels of T, his levels of testosterone.
Yeah, and like those who are favourable to him, they didn't challenge that at all. They didn't challenge it. They didn't like say, "Oh boy, I wonder if it was a legit win." You know what I mean?
No, well, they can't, right? Because it's like there's enough of the science to say there's something dodgy going on, but if they don't find an actual substance, they can't do much.
Like, you know what I mean? He gave Callum a bad beating as well. Callum might not be the
Yeah, but you get me, Beats. It's
same
like
again either.
there's smoke, but you can't find the fire. You get me? Like if you're saying my man's 40 and got the testosterone of a 15-year-old boy, that seems a bit suspicious. But if you can't find a substance that's causing this, and the argument with him was, so if you know anything about sports science, right? Anaerobic training generally lowers testosterone, right? So for a man pushing 40 to have elevated testosterone in the middle of a boxing camp, which involves bare aerobic and anaerobic training, it does look dodgy. But if you can't find a substance, then you can't find a substance.
Do you think guys only fight once or twice a year because of cycling off? No, I
I
don't.
mean, I don't know what
Okay,
Guan.
it's a good question actually, Alexander. I think they could. I think a lot of them just don't want to get punched up, but I think a lot of boxers don't want to get punched up, and a lot of them are cycling off. I think you got a good. Actually a good observation. Yeah.
I think most top athletes nowadays take drugs, especially footballers, because of the amount of games they play and the high levels of like the money involved in everything now.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's kind of like it's weird because I think people overlook. It's also the style of drug. I think we overlook it in certain other things. Is a lot more egregious in a sport where the aim is to render the other person unconscious.
Yeah.
And it's a lot more egregious, right? So I'm not one of them. Everyone should be hopped up on peds, right? But so here's an example. I was getting a trim earlier today, and the barbers we brought up the Mike Tyson Jake Paul thing, and I said, "Listen, I'm suspicious of Jake, but hey, if Jake's on it, then let's give Mike some of it and make it fair. If both men are on juice, it's fine. It's just whoever's got the best juice, man. You get me? But in a situation where one man's playing fair and the other man's juiced up to the gills, that's you get me.
Yeah, somebody was saying that he's put on 30 pounds of muscle, Jake. If that's true, that's a lot.
Even
That's a lot of
Ryan, I
muscle.
don't know if you notice how much Ryan's body's changed. Like, just the weight jump alone, it
Oh
looks a
yeah,
lot more.
listen. Again, if you want to have a look at him, if you want to look at body changes, he's got a body change quite similar to the drastic body change Canelo had.
Yeah.
Just look at him from the Tank fight, and then to his last Oscar Duarte fight to the Devin Haney fight.
Okay, yeah. You can definitely see a difference. A lot bigger, a lot not more sculpted, but a lot bigger.
Yeah.
But isn't that just part and parcel of moving up and
Hey,
getting older though, rather than
yeah, you
No,
could say it's happened to his.
the time between it. You get me? That's really. It's not about this thing. You got to look at the time, the amount of time. It's like you pack on a certain amount of muscle
yeah,
in a short period of time.
yeah. Something dodgy there.
Yeah, and what it is, it's not just it's like if you could put on weight in a short period of time, but if you look the lack of water weight, where it's looking like you're packing on pure muscle with no water weight, no retention of anything that comes from natural growth, that's where things get like a bit, you know what I mean?
Guzzy said Pac-Man had a wicked body change. Yeah, he definitely did. From when he was
His
at
head got
Feather.
bigger, man.
Yeah,
That's how I knew he was on.
yeah.
His head got big, man.
Yeah, that's a quite simple HGH. That's supposed to like so you want to see someone's body change and have all the
McGregor.
symptoms. No, not even an athlete. Michael B. Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
but actors though, they definitely get on that. Oh yeah, actors take a lot of Sam's beats.
Yeah.
Actors.
Yeah.
Michael B.
And then
Jordan his head's literally grown in front of us. He's so grown so much his face shape changed.
yeah, he got bigger than Michael B. Jordan.
HGH and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Psalms. Yep, a lot of them Psalms there.
Apparently, once you take them once, yeah, they never leave your body. So you don't even need to take them again. You've already got an unfair advantage now, forever.
How do you mean it never leaves your body? It must leave your body at some stage,
Like,
surely.
I think they latch onto your cells or something. I don't know, so your body can just produce more muscle or something. I watched the video and I'm not too sure on the science.
It sometimes if you're on it for an extended period, it can alter people on a molecular level. So it
Yeah,
does.
that's what I meant. Yeah,
Yeah.
they
So it's
fuse
not
with
that.
your body.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep. Okay, the changes are everlasting or long lasting. Yeah.
Well, it's not, but not in a good way because people end up having to because if when they get off it, they end up having to be
Large
put on
hearts and
shit.
stuff, innit?
Yeah, they end up
Enlarging
having to
their
be
heart.
put on shit. So that's why HRT, hormone replacement therapy, that's why it's such big business now because these lot like kids get on the things in the gym, and once they stop using it, their body can't produce the things they need to produce, so they gotta get on hormone replacement therapy. So it's all fucked.
Yeah.
Mark Anthony said there's a story in USA Today that details Victor Conte's involvement in the creation of VADA. The story implies a conspiracy against Ran by VADA. Victor Conte basically because Devin. Oh yeah, because Devin is on Snack, isn't he? Yeah, yeah.
That Victor Conte is a shady character, though. He
Yeah,
was
of
banned
course.
from athletics, innit? I don't know if you remember the Balco scandal about 2002-3.
Yeah, with Dwayne, what's his name?
Yeah, Dwayne Chambers,
Dwayne
Tim
Chambers. That's the
Montgomery,
one.
Marion
That's the
Jones.
yeah. Tim got
So many
yeah,
of them.
yeah. I mean, Marion Jones just destroyed her reputation.
She went jail for it, though.
Mm. Was she married to Tim Montgomery? Or
She was married to,
yeah. Yeah, that was very disappointing when they all got busted, man. Very disappointing.
yeah, man.
Alexander says people say Holyfield was juicing. I noticed Tyson's body changed in their fights too, and no one talks about that. Also, the 90s was filled with muscle guys. Look at Robin Reed, Carl Thompson.
Nah, leave Carl Thompson alone, mate. He's out, man. Cued him, bro. Leave him alone.
Yeah, well, like if they ain't got popped, then got to eat them, innit? But people like Rand, you know what I mean? Like, if you ain't cycled off, but if you get popped, then you got to be put under the spotlight. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Yeah, he's very hated. He's very, very hated. Didn't realize he was that hated. Like,
I think because he hasn't got like the black fans in it because they're all with Tank, and then obviously the mainstream don't like him because of what he said about Loma or whatever. So he's kind of in no man's land.
well, it is what it is. He took his beating, and Ryan, he'll have to. If he gets banned, I don't see him coming back. 2 years. He's done.
Do you think
2-year
he'll get
ban and he's
banned?
done. Well, he's got to get banned. He's got to get
Beats,
banned.
beats. We're talking about America. Big Farmer Miller got caught with the entire pharmacy in Colombia in his system and didn't get a ban.
He did get a ban, didn't he? He was out for a little while.
No, he got a 6-month ban the second time on Top Rank. He didn't get a ban the first time. He got 6 months.
Tyson Fury never got banned, or he got some backdated ban, so he got.
Yeah, he didn't get banned. He didn't get banned. Neither did Huey. Huey didn't get. Neither of them got banned.
Yeah. So he brings in eyes to the sport apparently. So I think they'll kind of give him a blight. But do you think this changed Devin though? Because everyone talk about his beatings changed Devin or whatever.
Yeah, but that's crazy. You can't say he looks like a skinny middleweight. He's older than me. Carl Thompson's older. What you want him to maintain his muscle mass into his 60s? He's not training no more. That physique is for when he was in his championship fighting days. Of course, he's not going to look anything like when he was WBC champion. Mark Anthony, people are already covering for Ryan since the news was released of the adverse finding. Yeah, and they're covering, and you got Tank like.
I don't understand Tank's angle. I don't get his angle. What is his angle in this? Why is he covering for it?
Because he was doing one of them triangle theory, third hand victory thing. It's like, hey, remember how Wilder was acting when AJ lost to Reese? He's acting like he got a win because it's a guy that he never wanted to fight. So now he was trying to act like, hey, you know what? He lost to this guy that I beat, so I don't have to beat him ever. Right. But we all know style makes fights, and now it's looking like, oh, raw. Maybe this guy didn't really beat him. You get me? That's all he's trying to do. It's like, you know what he's doing? It's like he's defending the win for himself. You get me?
True. But funny thing is, I think Tank beats Devin with that left hand.
Why? Why?
Because he was getting caught by Loma with that left hand. If Tank catches him,
Yeah, but Tank ain't fought Loma. Tank ain't fought. Who's Tank fought? He had to
true.
he rehydrated Ryan and Barrios.
So
Rehydrated
the
both.
thing is, Loma's a lot more active. Loma's a lot more active than Tank.
He is,
Tank is a single shot guy.
but he knows how to land that shot. He does know how to land.
But
I know he ain't
he,
fought nobody as good.
against Leo Santa Cruz, he can land
Well,
that punch, yeah.
against people that come to him. Now, obviously, if Devin fought him the way he fought on his aggressive thing, right, coming towards him, yes, he wins. But if Devin boxes him the way he did Cambosos and the way he did what's his name, Regis, no, it's a long
Beat
night.
him.
Yeah.
If
Devin
140 against any of the elite guys, and there's no catch weight or rehydration, it's life and death.
True. Well, I would still like to see
Everything is
that
life
fight.
and death for him.
I think it would be a good fight. To be fair.
Yeah, now I see your argument, Hacks, but yeah. But the other thing I gotta pay attention to is that Tank's whole trainer said they couldn't win that fight. He literally said, "Why would we want them problems?" So again,
I didn't know that.
it depends on your thing is valid, but my thing is it depends on what Devin shows up, because Devin's got
Yeah.
two styles. I think when he's a pure boxer, back foot, defense first, right? I think he's almost unbeatable. Now when he
I was
decides,
disappointed in the Garcia fight. I don't know what tactics he was going for because he should be able to outbox Garcia.
well,
I think he
because
got.
here's what it is, right? Here's what it is. He's done the thing where he's let the audience get in his head, right? People like, oh, he's boring, he's runs this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
So he's gone. The first time he done that stupid shit was with Linares. So he's gone there and tried to prove that he's aggressive and he could fight on the front foot. What happened when he done it the first time? He got clipped by Linares. Every time he does that dumb shit, he gets hurt because it's out of character, and that's because
I don't think he's got a chin. So he should box. You're right. He should box.
No, it's not really about the chin, because if someone who doesn't have a chin, they go out. We know who didn't have a chin was what's his name? Amir Khan. Yeah. He's got a chin, probably too much for his own good. Is that he's just not got the psychology to do his thing. So all the Floyd comparisons, Floyd got in the ring, he chatted shit. Floyd sold the most wolf tickets in boxing, right? Because he chat bare shit, got you excited, and he got in there and done what he was going to do anyway. He was going to
box to his strengths,
control the pace, box, and take it 12 rounds. You never went into a Floyd fight part in the third round had any risk of a knockout. You knew he was going to lose the 12, right?
Well,
so he didn't care.
When he moved up to 147, that became the pattern. When he moved up,
yes, when he became Money Mayweather. But that's what he done. See, the thing is, Devin spent way too much time online. That's his problem. If Devin didn't have social media, Devin spent way too much time online and way too much time going back and forth with boxers that it influenced his style. It influenced the way he came into a fight. If he came in and just boxed, if he came in on the thing he was on, where when he boxed Cambosos, when he boxed Regis, where I'm just here to win, different thing. But if he goes out there and decides he's going to get on the front foot and trade, that's not his game.
That definitely ain't his game. Definitely ain't his game.
But some people are trying to say, obviously, this is the first time he's fought somebody his size, and he didn't look so great. That's the argument in it with Devin.
Well, you know what I mean, everyone's got their theories, but like, it sure can't be, like ideal having to fight someone who deliberately didn't make the weight, and then they were taking all that stuff. So it's easy to say that, you know what I mean, like, but of course it's not easy. It wouldn't be easy for no fight, not just Devin. Like what other fight? Like okay, what other 140 pounders was on that bill? You put Barbosa in there, right? Right
He'd get
against you see the
washed.
Irish kid. You see the Irish kid who outboxed him, yeah. So imagine if the
Yeah,
Irish kid said, "Okay, but now I'm take off the extra £3. I'm coming in 143, and I'm going to take some of the stuff that Ryan was taking." He would have stopped Barbosa. He would have probably stopped him.
yeah,
So it's like people say, "Oh, Devin's fighting someone." It's not that. Like if anyone is fighting someone who is bigger and stronger than what they usually are, of course you're going to have issues. Of course you're going to have issues. It's not exclusive to Devin. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yes, like, I think Devin would beat Tank at 140, no rehydration. I think he'd beat him. I think he'd beat Tank. I don't think Tank would take the fight.
He's got the style to beat him. I'm just
Yeah,
worried
he'd beat
about
him.
that left of
He'd
landing.
beat him. He'd beat him. He'd beat Tank. He'd beat Tank. He might get hurt a couple of times, but he'd beat Tank. He'd beat him. He'd definitely beat him. Like if Tank was as good as he was saying, yeah, we would see, the level of opposition go up. And like
True,
if he was, yeah, you would have fought Josh Taylor for undisputed. That's what you would have done. You
true.
wouldn't have fought Barrios for the child
Baby
belt. You would
belt.
have fought for the big belts. Yeah, you would have fought for the big belts if he was that good. But he's not that good. That's the whole point. I don't see why people kind of like, oh well, he could have won the fight. He could. No, he's not. He's not that good. He's not that good. He's got to put. Yeah, listen. He can hit hard, punch hard, and he's got some skills. But he doesn't test himself. If you don't believe that you're that good, then you're not that good. You know what I
You
mean?
think
He's
he
too
don't
scared to
believe it or
lose.
his team?
I don't care. I don't care. Either way, he's not taking it. If it's his team, it's his team. If it's him, it's him. I blame him. He's the one who goes in the ring. I just say it's him. I just say it's him.
Okay.
Yeah. Why would I give him a pass? Like, what? But yeah, that's down to you. That's down to you. What? Am I supposed to believe that his coach could stop him from fighting Devin? Could stop him from fight Shakur at 135? Fight Shakur.
Yeah, I want to see that fight. That's the fight I want to see. That's the fight I want to see.
He delivers. Not. I would never pay for that Utes pay-per-views. Never pay for them.
Yeah,
No way.
you don't fight nobody.
Wouldn't pay for them. It's a joke. Yeah, listen. All they care about, and that's fair enough, is the money. And like, but if I don't want to pay for the fight, someone else will pay for them. You know what I mean? Someone else will pay for, or they won't pay for them. You know, I wouldn't pay for Frank Martin when Shakur. If I knew he was going to fight Shakur next. What's up, Chris Matez? There's a link there if you want to jump in.
He's claiming he's gonna fight Shakur. It's in his deal, but we can't believe him.
Yeah, we
He's
can't
not.
believe him. And honestly, yeah, here's another angle. If we want to talk about coaches and that, he's out here defending Devin, forgetting he's fighting a guy from the same camp. He should be worrying about his opponent being on pegs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what you better worry about. You know what I mean? Alexander, if Devin got cheated, then you can argue that first left hook changed his entire game plan. His head got rattled by something. Is it juicy? I'd rather pick Haney over Garcia in a fair fight. Man, listen, Ryan, he got away with that one. He's not going to fight Devin. He's not going to fight Devin.
Yeah, you know what? That's the other thing. Yeah, because the way that man were running from a rematch. Because we all know, yeah, all three of us on the panel know that the way boxing works, that man made peas that night. So you didn't stop him. It was whatever you want to call it. You close but clear fight. You run it back to get another bag. So why would you be so averse? Because let's be honest, who's he gonna fight? Who's he gonna fight for the bag?
Well, who was there for him to fight where he can make the bag and not get his head taken off?
Exactly. So that's my point. You see where I'm going with this, yeah?
I don't
Why
know.
would you no B, all right, you won the fight, relatively easy fight for you, or at least that's what you feel, right?
Yeah,
Whatever. Close majority decision close. One person had it a draw. So
right,
he wants a rematch, right?
right.
I think the
Then
only fight for Ryan is Tio that will make money.
Yeah, it should do. Yeah, it would do actually.
But
Probably
do you
would
think
do.
Tio would beat him? I think Tio would beat him. Tio on his game
Well,
anyway.
right now we're looking at these fights and like what happened to skills with Tank. Like you're gonna put rehydration clause. You're gonna make the weight. Like a lot of these fights right now are gonna be decided on the scales, literally. You know what I mean? And if Ryan fights Tio at 140, no tricks, no trying to gain advantages. He struggles to me. I think he struggles. I think he struggles. I think Tio would beat him up.
Yeah. Well, Tio himself's kind of weird fighter though. He turns up one fight, he don't turn up the fight after. He's like a bit of a hot and cold guy.
Yeah, because like maybe that Josh Taylor win flattered him. Actually, I don't like saying that because he
Yeah.
done well. He did fight well, but
We'll
he
see, we'll
flattered him.
have to see what Taylor looks like against Cataro to see if he was washed or not. Because in when's
Yeah,
the last time Tio looked good other than the Taylor fight?
it's been a while actually since
Yeah,
probably
he didn't
Loma
look good against
before that, isn't it?
Martin. Yeah, yeah, he didn't look good against Martin. Cambosos, this whoever he fought last time was it? Can't remember his name.
Yeah, he looked horrible against Sando Martin. He looked horrible.
Even his most recent fight was it against Conceição? No, it wasn't Conceição. It was somebody else, wasn't it?
what the Tio has he
The
fought?
Spanish kid, wasn't it?
Has he fought after the Josh Taylor thing?
Yeah, he fought and he looked bad, and people saying he lost.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
fought
yeah,
the
against Jermaine Ortiz. Yeah, Jermaine.
Jermaine
Jermaine
Ortiz,
Ortiz.
that's the
Yeah,
one.
yeah, Jermaine Ortiz, exactly.
He didn't look good in that.
Oh yeah, he
He lost that
arguably
fight.
lost the
He
fight.
lost.
He arguably
He,
lost that fight.
no, not arguably. He lost. He lost the fight. He lost the fight. He lost. He definitely lost the fight. In my opinion, anyway. Some people might think that.
No,
Oh,
I'm with
you
you,
know,
B. I'm with you, Beats, because you know I'm a pure boxing guy. So yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm saying arguably to keep it diplomatic. But if we're talking about my opinion, he lost.
I think the bastard loaded. You know. I think he loaded. Yeah. Why did it take so long? Right, so I'm gonna have to do the timestamps later. Okay. Okay, loaded. Yeah. I think Ryan might just take this victory and run. You know, I think like you see, I think see a lot. How can I explain it? A lot of boxers, you have to be brave to be a boxer, but some boxers have got cowardly dispositions. I think like Ryan is like you know probably feel. I think Ryan will feel guilt about what he's doing and you know what I mean, start taking drugs and you know what I mean. I don't know. I'm not sure if Ryan fights again, man.
He was
I think
talking like he wanted to quit. Couple years, was it about a year ago? He was saying
yeah, yeah,
he
yeah,
don't see himself doing this for long and all
yeah.
that.
He's probably praying as well in case like sent a couple of goons after him after what he did as well. Seems like that kind
That's
of you.
no, that's the thing that I don't really want to bring up or discuss is that like Devin's dad's really on that. You get me?
Yeah, he is. He
Like
is.
Like what he was doing before before boxing, you get me? Like he's on that. Like and Ryan is out in LA. That's that man's home turf.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Devin's from the Bay. They moved to Vegas for boxing. So I know you touched on it, Beats, but I'm like, you know what? I just want to leave it because I'm not trying to put that sort of karma in the air for anyone.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. Don't want to put that in the air. Don't want to put that in the air. You know what I mean? But see, the only reason I say it, yeah, if you cheat, fair enough, because people cheat in boxing. But when you come on the internet and start bragging about and making light of it after you battered that kid, like really give him a good beating. That I mean, that's just like it shows he ain't got no brain in his head, and he doesn't consult people who he pays. You know what I mean? Like out of his purse, he doesn't consult them to see how. Yo, stay off social media, bro. Stay off for the day. Stay off. No, not you. You twittered up everywhere. And like Oscar and Bernard can't talk to him. His old man.
I
Well,
have too many
you might
yes
say
men for these guys
you
nowadays.
might say Diane is Ryan is the dad.
Yeah,
Ryan is the dad. You know what I mean? He ain't got no dad. He's the dad.
it's
You
true,
know what I mean?
but it's weird. People get on Bill Haney's case, but at least his son listens to him. Like he's his father.
I mean, when I saw the tweets he was putting out, I was like, "Are you serious? You just like got busted, and you're making jokes about what happened? Like that's got to be crazy." Like Edgar Berlanga said, if he done that to me, I'd murk him. That's what he said. He said I'd murk him. And I'm thinking, boy, there's a few boxers who wouldn't let that go. There's a few. If that happened, there's a few who wouldn't let that go. There's a lots who would, but there's some who wouldn't let it go. They'd be saying, "Nah, you can't be serious about it. You know, like you're gonna juice up, put the hands on me, and then walk about like nothing's gonna happen to you." It's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's right. Hey, when's the next real fight? Because this has gotten a bit.
Canelo this weekend. Then anyway,
Oh,
on
anyway,
Tuesday.
Canelo
tomorrow,
and
yeah.
Munguia, yeah. Who's that?
No,
Is
it's
in a way
anyway.
tomorrow, yeah. And Neri.
No, no. Is it?
It's not
Hold
tomorrow, I
on,
don't
I
think.
go look.
I didn't see no Wayne
I
or
thought the Canelo fight is first. I thought Canelo's tomorrow.
Yeah, Canelo. Yeah, Canelo's Saturday. Yep, Canelo's
But
Saturday.
anyways, like after midweek.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, I think it's because they do them weird times. Yeah, let me see what let's
it's
see.
Tuesday or when Tuesday or something.
Oh, it's Monday, so it's Monday, so we see it Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, Neri in a way is Monday,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
yeah. So early AM.
Didn't
Anyway,
he
win
get
that, innit?
popped? Didn't he get popped? Neri.
He did get popped. You're right.
Yeah,
And I think he used to train with them.
yeah. Actually, let me check his history. I think so. I think he's one of the three that got trained. They got popped in what's his name in the Reynoso camp.
The beef,
That's
the
crazy.
tacos, the Mexican beef when they was training in San Diego.
Exactly.
Yeah. You better take some of these fights in me, bro. You know what I mean? Because
Hustler.
he's not good enough defensively to fight in a way. He's not good enough defensively. I think he's quite tough. He's quite rough, but I don't think he's defensively. You know
Didn't
what
he
I mean?
get stopped? He got stopped a couple of fights ago. I remember someone stopped him to the
Yeah.
body. Was it Figueroa?
I can't remember. He did get stopped though. I can't remember who stopped him.
Yeah, remember that fight. Someone stopped him.
I'm looking forward to it anyway, though. But you know, he's a good fighter, man. He's a good fighter. Yeah, I'm not gonna be calling out none of them people. I know people want me to discuss certain people, you know. I don't call them out. I don't call them out. You know what I mean, I don't call them out.
I Hacks, you're right. Yeah, he got popped for the
Clembo.
yeah, yep, and he was
Clenbuterol,
yep.
Canelo medicine.
Yeah, he got popped for the Canelo juice before fighting Japan too, 2017. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man,
Against
boy, man,
the
he might
Yamanaka
need
fight.
something. I wouldn't be shocked if he popped again because he's fighting this guy here, man. He can't like use training camps alone and food to beat this guy. He needs something. He needs something. Because if he had to juice for whoever he was fighting, he needs to juice to fight this guy here. I wouldn't be shocked if he popped again. You know what I mean? Because they know he's going to leave him
Do you
with a
think
big headache,
Canelo
bro.
wins on Saturday? Do you think Canelo wins beats on Saturday?
50-50. But give the edge to Canelo. It's a 50-50. 50-50 because he's not getting no younger. Not getting no younger. Jaime, you know,
It it
He
would
looked
be a
good in it
closer
in his last fight, Jaime.
it'd be a closer fight if Jaime had more time with Freddie Roach. I'm not sure Freddie
yeah,
Roach would make the adjustments in just 2 fights.
He looked good against Ryder though. He looked better than Canelo did.
he did. He did. I think the danger is a lot of people are seeing it like, well, the beating that Canelo gave Ryder was like, you know, he made it easy for Munguia against Ryder, but
Nah, he was
it looked like
competitive against Canelo.
right.
But then,
Munguia made a few improvements though with Freddie. You know what I mean, with his
Yeah, that's
boxing.
what I'm saying. But he's not had enough time. So here's my thing. Yeah, Beats and Axe. Yeah. So here's my thing. The problem is you got to have enough time to bet in a new style. Because what happens when you don't is you're trying to try these new things. But the moment you get hit with a shot you don't like, you revert to type. And if he
Yeah,
reverts to type against Canelo, he loses. You get me? If he had he had about 3, 4 fights to bet in the things he's picking up from Freddie, then he's got a better chance of winning. But here's my thing: is one of them body shots, overhands get in, he might revert to type, forget to jab, forget everything he done in the last fight, and yeah,
Canelo's too small, man. He's gonna get. I mean, he's gonna Jaime's gonna
but,
get in trouble, man. Jaime's gonna
yeah,
get in trouble.
look, valid beats. But what I'm saying is Jaime could give him trouble if he sticks to what he learned from Freddie, using the jab, using the range. What happens and he gives up the range and he gives up all them things and lets the smaller guy get in.
Like, I mean, like Charlo went the distance, not easily, well, relatively easy, apart from in the knockdown.
he did try. He did try. If he tried,
That's
it might
right.
have
He
got.
didn't even try. That's he didn't. And like Mungia's gonna
Then
give it
again,
100%.
yeah,
It's gonna give it 100% in there, Mungia. I think it's gonna be a tough fight. I think it's gonna be a tough fight. Like Ryder gave Canelo a tough fight. Gave him a
yeah,
tough
he did.
fight. You know, and like he's
I think
33.
Canelo's on the back end though. He's slowing down. He's not the same.
I think if like I see Jaime like he can actually move and box. He can like I see him actually move, and that's what he needs to do against Canelo. But high volume as well. Move and box. Move and box on him and like push him back
Yeah,
when need be. If move and box, fight him
yeah,
both
because
ways, back and forward.
Canelo gasses out. He always had a bad gas tank.
Yeah, move and box. He's the older guy. Set the tempo on him, man. Set the tempo behind the jab. You know, I'm looking forward to it. I don't want to pay for it though.
Is it
I really
is
want
it
to pay
on the
for it.
zone? Is it
Yeah,
on
we're
the
gonna
zone
pay
or is
for
it
it
on
though.
Prime?
No, it's on the zone. It's on the zone and Prime, but we're gonna pay for it in the UK. I think they want 20 quid. But I'll pay, but I don't want to pay.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know what the change has been for me this year. Now that I'm a civilian, is the fact that like because maybe the Saudi thing, I'm losing patience for cards with poor undercards. I think if there's one difference that the Saudi thing's done for me is that now I'm expecting cards with like all good competitive fights between the Saudi thing and a lot of the recent matchroom cards. Been bare like really. If you're just a pure boxing fan, if you're not into like, if you're not a fanboy of anyone, you just enjoy watching boxing the way I do. They've had bare competitive fights all through the card. So would I turn on like a lot of these? You know, a lot of top rank cards are quite one sided.
Top rank's the worst. No, Golden Boy is the worst, obviously, but they don't have a roster.
Yeah.
Golden
Saudi
Boy
money's
puts these
different though.
Golden Boy cards. Some of them are right though.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right, but
the lower tier
the
cards are
lower
all
tier,
right.
yeah.
You know, like them one there where you don't even really know who's on it, but all right, there's a card on. You turn it on, and it's competitive fights. But
Yeah, yeah,
they big cards, nah.
yeah. Well, these days, you know what I mean. Like, it's hard to get good standard if it's not on pay per view, isn't it? It's pretty difficult. Pretty difficult to get good standard of cards. You know what I mean? Especially with the PVC putting everything on pay per view. You know what I
I
mean?
think the PBC is done. They don't have any cards other than the tank card. I don't see any other cards this year.
Hey,
And
you know what's a telltale sign that man is finished? Because Leonard Ellaby's being nice to Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, and they're letting everybody go fight in Saudi, and then even Tim Zoo's next fight's not with them, is he? So yeah,
well, he's on August the 3rd, and you see that card, right? I thought Hearn was
yeah.
promoting it, but I saw a spreadsheet, and it's TMG promoting it, and it's got all Al Heyman fighters on there, and it's on
Yeah,
the
he's got
zone.
loads of Heyman.
It's on the zone.
Yeah, because thing you said, the Turkey guy said he's working with Heyman, innit?
Well, he's not
So I
working.
think
He's
he's
just lifting all his fighters basically, because he ain't got days for them. Maybe that
yeah.
is that work because I don't see PBC on the paper. I see TMG, MG, and maybe that's who's representing him.
That's his
Maybe
front,
that's how they
innit?
do
That's
it.
that guy, that Tom Brown guy. That's his front man, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's his front man. Yeah, it's his front man.
Lou DeBell is the only guy who's not involved. he
No,
hates Eddie Hearn.
Lou DeBella's on the zone.
Is he?
Yeah, he's not frequently on there, but he's on the zone.
He's got small hall shows, but he's not involved. But Axe, you're right. He's not involved with the PBC, but
Oh, he's not. No, yeah.
he's not involved with the PBC thing or any of the bigger things. He's got like Thursday night small hall things on the zone.
Yeah,
Lou
this
used
guy's
to be a
making it
big
happen.
fish, man.
Yeah,
He used to be a
he
big
used to run
fish, but
HBO, innit? Around the
got
turn
ate
of the
up.
century, innit?
Yep, yep.
But why does he hate Eddie? They all hate Eddie, but
Man.
Eddie's doing better than all of them, man.
Because he came over to their country.
It's American xenophobia. It's American xenophobia. Like they expect everything to run around them or everyone to kowtow to them, and then that's the problem now. That's what's affecting the fighters, right? Because you see, the moment they leave, these men remember that Saudi card where all the Americans on the Saudi card lost.
Yeah, Yeah,
Tone said Lou
the other
DiBella,
day,
big up Tone. Big up Tony said Lou DiBella is promoting bar fight nowadays. Yeah, Hooters.
yeah, the other day,
Hooters.
the, you see the other day when the Americans were like, "Oh yeah, you need to fight in America," because Sean Porter said it, and all the Americans were kind of like agreeing with him. Like to make it big, you need to still fight in America. That's not even true.
No,
that, that,
because to
that
make
shit's
it big, you
still.
gotta fight. You gotta fight where the money is, and the money's not in America anymore.
You gonna fight in Saudi Arabia to make it now, bro. See, you gonna
Bro,
fight, dog. Yeah, you
all the
gonna fight
biggest
in
fighters in
Saudi
the world
Arabia.
are not American.
The only way you need to fight in
Literally,
America is when Turkey's putting on the card, like he's doing on August the 3rd in Cali. Going back to Cali. That's the only reason you need to fight in America. If Eddie's putting a card on over there, or maybe Bob, you know what I mean?
yeah.
But no, them days are like all that Trump casino high rollers and like you know the hotels would purchase the pay per view themselves. And you know what I mean, nah, them days are done. Them days are done. It's done. You know what I mean, everything goes around in cycles, man. Like even before the Saudis came, like the Brits, we were doing stadium fights a whole lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Wilder turned down
I'm not gonna.
several offers to fight AJ because he didn't want to, like give up the A side to a Brit. And a lot of people, they don't like doing that. They hate the idea of that. It pisses them off,
The
you
biggest
know?
fighter in America is a Mexican, and it has been for like 8 years. It's a Mexican guy.
Even look at Terence Crawford. Like, if it wasn't for Turkey, you tell me what American promoter was doing anything for Terence Crawford.
Nobody.
None of them. None of them. So why would he? So Inoue, more diminutive than Terence Crawford, doesn't speak the lingo. What's he gonna do over there? Open up one of them takeaways in Queensbridge or something. You know what I mean? What's he gonna do? There's nothing there for him. I'm not being xenophobic. You know what I mean, like there's nothing over there for him. He's an icon in Japan. He's an icon, and in Oriental Asia, in Eastern Asia, he's an icon.
Yeah. I don't even
Where's he
see
got like?
who's the next American star. I don't even see anyone on the horizon for them right now.
I mean, if there is one, I guarantee you they'll be being made by Eddie Hearn, not any of the American promoters.
They don't know how to promote their fighters no more. That's the bottom line. They don't know how to promote their fighters. The only one who's is tanked to a degree, right? That's
Yeah,
been promoted, and even then, he doesn't give us the fights we want. But
it's too
yeah.
divided over there, isn't it? They don't back their fighters, isn't it?
Look, man, all that whether you're a musician or a boxer or an athlete, you got that. Them days are done, man. Even with the rap and grind, like when I used to drive, I didn't used to hear no British hip hop on the radio. Now I hear it all the time, like, or their Afro beats or their grime or whatever they're doing. Yeah, I hear it all the time now.
Yeah,
But before we didn't get that, and like,
globalization.
yeah. Things have changed. The world has changed in that regard.
And and you
Internet
know
as well,
what?
isn't it?
You see what? That's the problem. The Americans, the Yanks, have not come to terms with it. Their man is still trying to hold on to everything revolves around us, and that's
Nah,
the biggest problem.
Yeah, it's
the
changed. It's
internet's
changed,
changed.
man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's changed. Like Inui doesn't need, bro. He doesn't need it. Doesn't need it. Like Nakatani and all them other guys, whoever else they got, they don't need them. They don't
Ioka.
need to go over there. Ioka, yeah, Ioka, bad boy
Bro,
Ioka.
they make big money apparently. They make like 10 million and all that.
And Taraji, they don't need it. I don't even know in depth of all they're fighting, but I know that they're three of the main ones. They would go over to America for what? They love their country. See what you see what a lot of people outside of the jet, they love their country, bro. They don't want to go over there.
Why would you go there where you can make more money in your country and not get robbed on the cards?
Right. You can stay in your country and get paid a whole lot of money, fight, do what you're doing, and you don't have to go over there to compete with like Tank and you know what I mean? Come on, man. I mean, like, what's the point of that? And when they do go over there, what are they gonna say? They're gonna say we don't give a shit about it. Them dudes over there. When they come over here, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna treat them like shit.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Is that the same country through the flipping Klitschko's out? And you want flipping like junior featherweights to go out there now? Like, come on, man.
And you always had the theory that when they kicked out the Klitschko's, they wrecked boxing. And honestly,
They did.
looking at the last 5 years, that is quite accurate. Like, yeah, that man really.
Mayweather and Pacquiao kept it on life support for a bit, but then when they retired,
No, they
that was it.
destroyed it. Floyd did well for himself, but throwing out the Klitschko's, they destroyed the infrastructure of their boxing. They destroyed it.
Yeah, they did.
They destroyed it because England built their dynasty through the heavyweight division with Fury and Joshua,
True.
and Eastern Europe built their dynasty through the Klitschko's heavyweights.
True.
That's how America. That's how the landscape has been destabilized from America. It's through heavyweights and them giving up. Like, okay, we're not going to air fights no more. You know, we're just going to say, oh, this shit and not. But yeah, that's where it got destabilized. Because like, if you go for a historical, you know, like flashback, it's always the heavyweights have always uplifted and held up the sport. Some people don't like to hear that. I don't know why. Because it's not like I'm trying to say
True.
something to make myself feel good. That's just historical fact. That's why pound for pound lists were made for the fighters outside the likes of a Joe Louis and Jack Dempsey, who were hugely like popular, infamous, notorious. Gene Tunney, they were making like near $1 million purses in like what we're we talking about 1920s, nearly $1 million purses. I think what Gene Tunney did, he went to Tex Rickard, the Tex Rickard promoter, and I think he gave him about $100 or something like that. Gene Tunney gave the promoter and said, "Give me $1 million check," because he wanted to have $1 million check. So he gave him the difference so he could have $1 million check. And that's like in the 1920s. Heavyweights. That's why they made pound for pound lists. So the other weight classes could get some shine. And America, with Floyd, Pacquiao, and Oscar, they thought they'd be able to sustain that. You know what I mean? But that's an anomaly. That's an
Well,
anomaly. It's
it
an
was, yeah,
anomaly.
but the problem was they were doing that and they neglected because even when lower weights were flourishing in the Sugar Ray era, there was still heavyweights like my man Larry Holmes and them. There was still heavyweights and there was still action at the higher weights, even though everything, you know what I mean. But the Floyd era, there was no heavyweight action.
Yeah, you got see. You
Yeah.
made a very good point there. Like when like Leonard, Hagler, Hearns, Duran. When that happened, like Ali just retired, right? And then Hearns, Hagler, Leonard, Duran Pop, they just retired. But they still had Larry Holmes, like having super fights with Cooney and stuff. And when the four started fading, Tyson came along. You know what I mean? It was almost like perfect timing. Mike Tyson came along, and it was business as usual. You know what I mean? It was business as usual. And like, see, the thing is that there's certain things that America haven't sorted out. They haven't sorted out their amateur circuit. They haven't sorted that out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
because
road
they've not won an Olympic gold in the men's since 2004.
Yeah, like when they had a similar crisis after the '72 Olympics, I think only Sugar Ray Seals got a gold at welter. They brought in Rolly Schwartz. He fixed it up. They haven't fixed that up, right? They haven't got no heavyweight fights on American soil to talk of on that PBC schedule. You know what I mean? Who would they talk? Who would they talk? They want to make Wilder versus Anderson. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. And that will be that will be on August the 3rd.
Hey,
You
but
think that
honestly,
happens? Because
They need that
Wilder's
fight.
fighting in June, innit?
Yeah, but if he beats Zhang, he's going to fight Jared Anderson. If he beats Zhang,
beats, but he wouldn't
He's
really
ready
think
for that sort of
he
schedule.
beats Yang.
I don't see him beating Zhang, but he could do. He's got the power to. Well, does he still have that power?
I
Joseph
think
Parker
they
said.
can both beat each other.
Joseph Parker said Zhang bangs harder. That's what he said.
He
I was
got
watching
hit by
that.
Zhang, innit?
Yeah, that left hand, he done well to get up for that. He got clocked. He clocked him with that left hand. You know what I mean? I don't think Wilder stand up to that power.
I don't think he can, but if he lands on him first, can he stand up to his power?
Yeah, but yeah, I guess so. Joseph. See, they said a lot of people say that he didn't land on Joseph, but he landed on Joseph Parker. Just didn't have no effect.
I think Parker's got a chin though. Still, he gets dropped, but he comes back. Only Joe Joyce stopped him, innit?
Wilder relies on certain you know what I mean, like Luis Ortiz when he slowed up. Yeah, Wilder got to him and put him out. Dominic Brazil walked in like a fucking zombie, bang onto that right hand like he was begging for it. You know what I mean? He was like a little tart begging for that right hand. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, yeah. But, you know, that right hand, it's good. It's good. It's good. It is good. It's good. I think Zhang's going to be prepared for it. I think Wilder's going to struggle. He can win it, though. He can win it. But I think if he's going to win that fight, to me, he's got to be strategic. He can't fight this fight like he's fought a lot of his fights. He's got to look to get Zhang into that 7th, into that 8th, and then punish him. You know what I mean? You got to be smart. Yeah. You know, while Zhang is strong, I reckon Zhang could probably maybe take a couple of his rights while he's strong. But listen, Zhang ain't like Joyce. Zhang ain't like Dominic Brazil. He's better defensively. He's way better defensively.
He can box.
He parries shots better, yeah. And he creates good angles. He create like them guys don't. Dominic Brazil and like some of the others he's fought. Like, man, listen, Zhang is a better offensive fighter than Tyson Fury. This is the best offensive fighter that Wilder's fought, bro.
It will be interesting. I don't really see the logic in signing a fight to follow up a fight that you've not been in. Because, hey, if he gets knocked out, I'm not sure if the Americans do the mandatory 6-week ban if you get stopped.
Well, it's a 6-week suspension, yeah.
Yeah, right. Remember the BBBOC as a mandatory fight. Yeah. I don't know if the Yanks have something similar, but what's the gap?
Because Hayden's suspended right now.
Yeah, but he didn't get stopped. There's a knockout. There's a mandatory time that you can't fight if you get knocked out, which is why if you notice a lot of journeymen make sure they don't get stopped.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, yeah.
Because they can't earn if they get stopped. Because they got to serve the mandatory. I think it's 6 weeks.
Yep, 6 weeks is a long time to go without working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's what it is. You know what I mean?
I still think Wilder beats this Anderson kid. I don't rate the Anderson kid at all.
I don't rate him because he got carried by Charles Martin.
Charles Martin, boy.
If
Charles
Charles
Martin
Martin,
carried him.
if Charles Martin was more active in a decent camp, he could have won that fight. It was a winning
Beats,
fight.
Yeah.
beats. I maintain that
He's brought
Charles
him to
Martin.
lose, isn't it?
No, Charles Martin carried him because Charles Martin hit him with some shit and lined
Yeah.
him up with shit. And I saw Charles Martin pulling punches. I know when a fight is pulling punches. I
He's
believe
brought him to
Charles
lose,
Martin
isn't it?
carried him.
Yeah, you see, because he didn't have the confidence. He had to beat him, but he just didn't have the confidence. You know what I mean?
I believe he carried him. I don't trust a lot of shit I see on Top Rank cards. I believe,
You was
I
there,
believe,
weren't you?
huh?
You was there, innit?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I messaged you. Yeah, I WhatsApped you and I said, yeah, Charles is carrying him.
Oh man, Labour are cleaning the floor with the Conservatives.
Is it?
Yeah, is it 157 councillors?
Sadiq staying then, innit?
What 41 for Conservative? Damn, because
Sadiq staying.
Conservative, Liberal Democrats are ahead of the Conservatives. It looks like. Yeah, they're losing seats. Thurrock, Hartlepool, Rushmore. They're catching a beat down. Catching a beat down. They had like who was the councillor?
Oh
London.
yeah, there was this geezer beats today. He's from Essex and he's trying to blame Sadiq Khan for not getting his funding, like as if Sadiq Khan's in charge of Essex. Some people are funny, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some of the politics are stupid. They don't even know like who their constituents are and stuff like simple, basic stuff.
Don't make sense, man.
Because what it's a job for a lot of them. Like before, a lot of MPs in the UK, they had genuine like dedication to try and fix up the communities they were repping, their constituents. But these ones, it's just a job. Just like look, Boris Johnson should never have been running this country. Never.
There's a geezer the other day, he's an MP, and then he was talking about this Rwanda refugee thing, and he didn't know if Rwanda's a different country to Congo. And this guy, he's involved.
Oh, dude.
He's on a TV show, bro.
This is what we're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with right now. This is what we're dealing with. Like dummies running the country. You know what I mean? Craziness.
Oh
Absolute madness. Wow. Yeah, man.
Said he didn't know if Congo was a different. Oh my days. Oh.
Oh, dear.
Oh my
Crazy.
days.
Big up Shordell. Big up Tom. Big up Alexander. Wilder is on a spiritual journey. Good for him. Unfortunately, that don't work in the ring. I tell you what, man. I mean, like, did Malik blame the ayahuasca for why he lost the last time? Come on, man. Come on, you got looking soft in there, man. Looking soft. Blaming ayahuasca. You know what I mean? Oh, man. I'm looking forward to that fight, man. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to
Honestly, like I don't understand the logic behind it, right? Because I'm thinking, okay, so I'm fully convinced that Wilder's trying to cash out, but I'm like, if the cash out plan would be try and get by Zhang, look good against Zhang, and then call out for the AJ fight. What are you doing signing the fight, Jared Anderson?
That's a better fight. It's a better fight than AJ. He from what I'm seeing right now, you can't fuck with AJ, bro.
No, I know. Beats. I've never thought he could fuck with AJ. I'm talking about cashing out. We're talking about strictly financials here.
Yeah, but like flipping, what he wants to catch one of them tombstone knockouts.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, Beats.
Maybe what it is,
Absolutely.
maybe,
No, because Beats,
maybe.
honestly, yeah, I want to see AJ just end him, like end the chat, end everything. Because you know what? If they never fight, we just never hear the end of these dickheads.
Yeah, but
AJ would
maybe they're trying to
batter.
extend the lifeline of that. So for him
AJ
to
would
fight these guys,
batter Deontay Wilder right now. Absolutely batter
yeah,
him. Like Wilder would have a chance with that maybe one slingshot right, but actually like fighting, jabbing, boxing, he gets his ass whooped in there, bruh. Whooped.
yeah. Maybe they're trying to extend that though, so they get him to beat these guys and then try and build the fight with AJ again.
But how? Like honestly, I don't believe he gets past Zach. I don't
He can,
believe he gets past Zach. I,
if he fights a smart fight. But I don't know if Malik is the guy. I don't know if Malik is the guy, to be honest. You know what I mean?
I mean, honestly, I can't see him stopping Zhang. I'll say that much. He might be able to win a decision against Zhang because Zhang's honestly only good for about 5-6 rounds.
I don't think he
Is,
can win a decision.
is
What
this
you
the
talking about?
worst period for American boxing? Like in terms of talent, and because like to me, like Wilder and Anderson, they don't really belong in the top. Like Wilder one win in
Are
his
you,
last fight, and Anderson is to me is a borderline top 10 guy.
I don't think he's
Beats
top 10.
Anderson's not top 10. Beats, you're not listening to me. I thought you rated my opinion. I was at the fight, Beats, and Charles Martin carried him, Beats. He carried
Yeah,
him. Beats,
yeah.
I'm not. This is Beats. This is not some. It's one of the last fights I worked last year. One of the last few cheap ass top rank things. He carried
Right.
him. Beats. This is me. This is me. Beats. It's not. It's not some random
I trust
dickhead.
you saying it. I trust what you're saying, brother. I trust what you're saying. I trust what you're saying. He looked shocked. He looked horrible in that fight. Man. He looked horrible. He looked horrible. He looked horrible, man. You know what I mean? And like the next big man he goes up against with a bit of movement and a jab, it's gonna happen again. And people are not understanding. Like the last guy he fought was a blown up cruiser, that Riyadh guy,
5'9" cruiser, bro.
five
Oh
foot
my
nine
god!
cruiser.
Wait, a 5'9" heavyweight?
Yeah,
From Belgium. From Belgium.
Oh nah. That's
And he looks shocking against that guy. Like they blamed it all on that guy. But here's the thing, right? If someone is clutching onto you, holding, it's really they're making it physically difficult. But all this guy was doing was putting on like the earmuffs and just moving back from his shots. It's not like you still had reach on him. You just couldn't get him out. You didn't know how to open him. He didn't have a clue how to make that like feint and make him open up his guard and expose him to big shit. He did not have a clue. Didn't have a clue. Who trains him actually? Who trains him? Who trains Jared Anderson?
I'm not. You know what? I'm not sure. It might be the guy who trains the US amateur team because he trains a lot of them top rank guys.
He's not that good, bro. He's not that good. He's not that good. And he looks like he's regressed as well. And not that good, to be honest.
I mean,
Um,
that's what I always said about a lot of these. I said that a lot about a lot of top rank fighters because they sign these top amateurs and they put them in there with these guys who would never ever make it onto like a goal. They put them in there, guys that are well below the competition they were fighting in the Amis, even if it's for 6 rounds. And I said these guys regress because you can't go from fighting in world tournaments with elite fighters to then fighting journeymen
I got one for you. Do you think Anderson beats Fabio Wardley or Frazier Clark?
I don't think he beats Wardley.
There you go.
You don't think he can beat Wardley? I don't think he could either. But maybe with that damage Wardley has on that nose now, that could be a problem. If Wardley catches him though and opens up, he's going to sleep. You couldn't even keep him up, bro. I mean, Wardley
It's
would
here's
kick
how I
him.
see it. Yeah, I think they get in a shootout and Wardley's faster and probably punches harder.
I'd love to see that fight though. I'd love to see that fight.
Because Anderson loves to open up, and you know what I mean. Yeah, I think Wardley's got the hand speed on him.
So what about Frazier? You think Frazier could outbox him?
Yeah, I
That
think
jab?
Frazier could outbox him. Yeah, Frazier could outbox him.
Wow.
I
So
wouldn't have said that before Frazier's last
yeah,
fight,
yeah.
but based on Frazier's last fight, I think Frazier could outbox him.
Yeah, Frazier shocked me with that performance still, you know.
Everyone's
Shocked
writing
me,
him off.
man. Yeah, Frazier looked alright, man. Behind the jab and shit. Looked
You know
alright.
what disappointed me the most about that fight is seeing that and seeing like raw. If Frazier actually took his conditioning and his job seriously, he'd be alright.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's gonna stop him going any further. Is he was shattered after that 12. He was sitting on that bottom row. He was shattered. And at 32, 33, it's hard to see his conditioning getting any better. You know what I mean? Like Fraser looked like one of them dudes. You know what I mean? Like he ain't eating the athlete's diet. You know what I mean? He just probably
No,
eats eat rice
he's
and
not.
peas and chicken and what I mean, the yard food and whatever food. You know what I
What's wrong
mean?
with chicken?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He ain't on no specialist diet or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Frazier at times looks like he forgets that a heavyweight is still an athlete.
Yeah. All good though. Alexander, he hasn't proven to have the desire of a fighter like Wardley. I think Anderson is more talented, but back Wardley. I don't know the talent. The talent. I'm not really seeing it. Where's it come out? Not really seeing it like that.
Why? Who says
I'd say Wardley is
he's
more talented
decent?
because yeah.
He's decent. I'm not sure why, because he switches stances. Like I'm not really seeing.
Considering Wardley had white collar fights, I'd say he's pretty quite naturally talented.
Yeah. And honestly, if we want to call, yeah, I'd have to rate Wardley high on the talent poll because he didn't have the amount of amateur fights that Anderson had. So he does not really have the experience. So he's basically fighting off talent.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. He's not got the 10,000 hours in. So he's fighting off their talent. But hey, it's
So what about Fury versus Usyk? How you guys got that, man?
yeah. I think honestly, I think Usyk might pull off the heist of the century. And remember years ago when he came into heavyweight, I said he was planning just to pull a heist. I said he's got no interest in being a heavyweight. He's just trying to rob these belts and get the fuck out. And he might do it.
Stoppage, or you think he can stop Fury? I think he could stop him. But I think Fury could I think if Fury wins, he has to win by stoppage. If it goes the distance, Fury loses.
Yeah.
Loses the points
Yeah,
decision.
And I've
I think
also
they'll try and give it Fury
yeah,
unless it's a
I
clear
see
one.
a controversial draw.
Yeah.
Wow. The Blues are taking a battering, bro. They're taking a proper battering, isn't it? 172 councillors, 44. They're 9 behind the Liberal Democrats, man. The Conservative, they're third. After this, Labour are probably going to call for an election, isn't it? Are they fit for government, though? That's the problem. They might win
I
the
think there
split.
should be. Isn't there an election this year anyway? Or is it next year? I think it's 4 years or something. 5 years.
I'm not even too sure, you know. I should know that. I'm not
Wasn't the
too
last
sure.
one in 2019?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I think so. Yeah. Hey, listen, bro, if I don't recognize you, you're not gonna be flipping exposing your genitals on this hangout, bro. No way. Quick kick out for that person.
Why? Yeah. Why? What's going
No, that's what they've been doing. There's some people doing all types of madness, bro. Like if I don't recognize the people that put pressing the link, and they're in the link and they're doing all types of madness, bro. I've got to kick them out. Yeah, I've got to take the stream down and everything, bro. Take the
on?
streams down. Yeah,
That's messy.
messy. Lisa Bells is picking USEC. Alexander, he hasn't proven to have the. Oh yeah, I read that one. Yeah.
I want
What?
Usyk. I want Fury to win. Then I want AJ to beat Fury. That's what I want. But will it
I think
happen?
honestly, I think that's what we all want. But the reality is, it's like I don't know. I was chatting to my man John Daly, and yeah, he told me about probably 3 years ago. He's like, "Yeah, Fury's legs are gone, and I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it, and then I can't see him beating Usyk without legs."
So when we look at Fury versus Ngannou, like they're putting it down to he wasn't fit, he didn't take it serious. Do you guys believe that?
I don't. But we'll
I
only
don't.
know when we see the next fight in it. But I don't believe it.
So
I
what,
don't
like,
see. It is that's all based on people that rated Wilder. I never rated Wilder. I said Wilder was chinny. I said he didn't hit that hard. So I never rated Wilder. So you could only do that if you rated Wilder, thus rated Fury for beating Wilder. If you never rated Wilder, then the theories don't line up. I've always said, based on punch technique alone, based on punch technique, that Fury is not a puncher at all.
this is what I'm saying, man. Listen, if he didn't train for Ngannou, he would have got knocked out, not just decked. You know what I mean? The fact that he got off the canvas showed that he trained. It's like with Haney. The fact he got off the canvas shows he's not chinny. That shows he trained because he wouldn't have got up. You know what I mean? That's what people don't realize, man. You're not getting up. If you're not fit and you get hit with them hard shots, you're not getting up, bro. You're not getting up. You know? You're not getting up when you hit with them sledgehammer punches. You know what I mean? See, but Usyk is not going to do it with one punch. He's going to do it with combination. And he can listen. He knows how to set them combinations up. You know what I mean? You saw the trouble that like AJ had hitting him and pinning him and stopping him getting his shots off. But against Ngannou, like flip it wasn't even sparring for AJ. It wasn't even sparring. He wouldn't have made a good. If he was a sparring partner for, they would have threw him out. They would have threw him out. So we need more competitive sparring. But against Fury, flipping. That's cat. You know what that is? That's coping. All that he didn't train and did that. That's coping. That's coping. That was
Yeah.
the best. That was the best Tyson Fury he could be on the night. That was the best Tyson Fury could be. He couldn't have fought no better. He couldn't have fought no better. That's the first real big heavyweight he's faced.
I mean, when's the fight? It's what, 2 weeks?
18th, not too
No,
long.
it's in a month. Oh wait, it's in 2 weeks, isn't it? Yeah.
2 weeks, brother. 2 weeks, brethren. 2 weeks.
Well,
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
it's looking like he's in shape according to the pictures what I've seen.
Pictures don't tell you shit, Hakeem, man. You know what I'm saying?
He's been quiet more than usual. That's a bit unusual, isn't it?
Yeah, because he knows he can't. Because when he's speaking, he's giving himself away. Like when he's trying to do the coping thing about, all the cruiserweights are trying to fight the big guys have all lost. Yeah. Just you get into your training and do what you got to do, because you fuck up against this guy, you're catching the hands. We saw what you like against Ngannou, yeah, and Ngannou, like, man, arguably won the fight, man. Arguably won the fight. And people
I
are
mean,
saying it's down.
there's just no way that one of the heavyweight champions of the world should have gone there and gone life and death with an MMA guy.
Yeah, that was a bit embarrassing.
He didn't even hurt him. He didn't back him up with not one of his punches backed Ngannou up. Not one. Right? So you're gonna tell me, all right, if he was out of shape or he mentally in it, if he was as good as you, he would have at least backed him up with one combination. Not one of them. Not one. Yeah? His legs are gone. Can't get no, and because his legs, people are saying it just affects the movement. No, when you ain't got no legs, you can't get no power in your punch. When you get power, it's from your legs. The power punches ain't got no power. Got no power in his punches.
Yeah. And Usyk's not going to stand in one place for him to lean on him, so he can't come in heavy and attempt to lean on him.
If he can't wrestle and like drain the lactic acid out of Usyk, the fight is done. Fight is done.
Yeah, we'll see. We will see.
Wow. Labor flipping, tearing this shit up in her. The fuck? That's crazy. Yeah. What about what was I thinking about, man?
Taylor Carroll.
Nah, British guy. Who did you say, Hack?
Taylor Carroll.
What's your take on that? What's your take?
I think Carroll wins. I think Taylor's done.
Josh Taylor. Like, man, if he loses this one, there's nowhere to go, is there? Like, you know what I mean? Got beat up by Taylor. Not by Taylor, by Lopez.
Tio.
Arguably, yeah, Tio.
I B. Is he
with that whole?
Is he one of the
whole class of? Sorry.
Go ahead, Axe. Go ahead. I'll hold.
Say that whole class of 140s, they've not looked good recently. Like Taylor, Ramirez, and Prograde. Like Ramirez looked like shit last weekend.
Yeah. That WSB, that tournament, that man had a lot of hard fights in that tournament. But what I was going to say about Josh Taylor was he the prototype of someone making the wrong decision, not signing to Matchroom?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Even just for a promotional standpoint, it was the wrong.
Yeah, because he left at Cyclone. And then he went and signed to Bob Arum, and Bob can't promote Americans. What the fuck was he going to do with a Scotsman?
Well,
I think he signed for Bob Arum to get that belt, the 2 belts off Ramirez, isn't it?
No, I don't know about that. See, the thing is, they would have done them. Eddie would have done them deals regardless. But you see, you know what it was, yeah. When he was with Cyclones, McGuigan was going to sign wanted Josh Taylor to sign to Matchroom. He didn't want him to go for Top Rank. He said, "Yeah, I'm going to sign to Matchroom."
Why did
And he
he
went over
sign to Matchroom then?
because I don't know. Maybe it's because what you said.
But
The two belts because of Ramirez. But I don't think Ramirez had two straps at the time when he went there. Did he? Did he
yeah,
have two straps?
because Ramirez got one belt, then he got another belt off Hooker, innit?
Oh yeah, that's a
Yeah,
point. Yeah, that's a point. You got a point. You got a point. When I see Josh, his face looks old, man. Like he's been like alcohol and
They've had
you know what I
battles
mean?
though. I think Lennox is right though, innit? Like they all fought each other, innit?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I don't know. Carroll's not going to stop. See, well, you know why I don't like Carroll? Carroll ain't got no. He's got talent. He's got a lot of talent. But he's got no killer instinct, man. He ain't got that killer.
Yeah.
You know that killer Carroll. You know what I mean?
I think Josh
Him
Taylor
and
should have moved up. To be fair, you know what? He's draining himself. Probably that's what's probably took it out as well.
man, them guys don't want to move up to 147, bro. You know what I mean? You move up there. You
Some people used
move
to
up.
think he had a chance
No,
against Crawford. That was talked
yeah,
about.
yeah, it wasn't too long ago, Hacks. They would say, yeah, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
too long ago when they were saying stupid shit like that. I mean, listen, he don't want to move up to 140. We'll say, like, you put him in there with Boots, bro. You know what I mean? Like, Boots would tap him up bad. It would be horrible. It would be horrible. I reckon Conor Ben would knock him out. You know what I mean?
that's mad. Speaking of Boots, I think in about 12 months, Eddie might have the most talented lineup on Matchroom because I got inside information that what's his name, the 168, mi hermano at 168 is gonna move to Matchroom, so he'll have Boots, Andy, and oh my god, the boogeyman for Benavidez, the guy Benavidez been
Morrell.
running from Morel, yeah.
He's
Morrell.
175 now, though. He's moving up to. He's 175 now, though.
Chasing them man at
Yeah,
175.
He's fighting Hot Rod, isn't it? At 175.
Yeah,
Morel.
you know why it's gone 175, right?
Chasing him.
Yeah,
Hey, could
it's
he be the
chasing.
guy to beat? Could he beat Bivol?
No,
And the likes of
he's
Khabib.
gone 175 after David Benavidez. That's the beef.
Benavidez don't want it.
Oh, yeah, but he can't run now. Well, he can run up to Cruiser if he wants and fight Jao Pataya.
You don't want them problems.
Like, oh, the walls are closing in for him.
Yeah, no more weight now, bro. Wait, or what? Like, you know what I mean? Although I should, I'm going against my principles there. But yeah, no more outsizing people or whatever. Now you're fighting when you're supposed to fight. Let's see how good you are. See how good.
Because you can't really, like, at 175, it's not really a lot of sweet fights. There's no easy fights.
No.
Well, they're picking him to wet up Vodzik. A lot of people think he's going to wet up. I think Vodzik can give him a tough fight. But, you know, he's aging. He might, you know, start flagging down a stretch Vodzik. But I think that's a tough fight. Josh Taylor. Yeah, like Jamie Moore, man, they need to get at Josh Moore, do you know what I mean? And Pat, they need to get at him, man. Like after he knocked Josh down, man, he should have been flipping, looking for that stoppage. But we'll see.
Yeah, because let's see what happens with Benavidez at 175 because he's gonna get backed into a corner because I'm like,
What do you think of Morrell? I've not really seen much of him.
he's a nasty piece of work. I've seen him fight live twice. I mean, they weren't exact. He knocked the opponents both out in like one was the first round, the other one was the second round. So weren't long fights, but yeah.
I can't verify the level of the opposition.
Well, that's a valid point, Beats, but he's also fighting and stopping whoever they put in front of him. If he's going the distance with weak opposition, then I'd be concerned. But I mean, first round, second round, consistently, anyone they put in front of him.
Benavidez,
That is
he
true.
answered a few questions though last year when he beat Plant and Andrade. To me, anyway.
You think that a lot of people will say that Andrade, like, like
Well, Andrade was too small.
inactive, too small, inactive.
I wouldn't say he's
Um,
small. I'd say he's inactive, but he's not small. He's 6'1", pretty big guy, big
Yeah.
frame.
yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
He said he answered a lot of questions, but he also there's other questions to be asked because I look at it and I'm like, you hit Caleb Plant with everything and the kitchen sink.
Yeah, yeah. But
Still,
I think he earned the Canelo fight. Like that excuse is gone, where they were saying he didn't deserve it anymore. That's what I
oh
meant by
yeah,
answering
no,
questions.
I'm not. I don't care if he fights Canelo or not. Like,
He
I
doesn't
never
need to
thought
fight
Canelo was
Canelo.
going to fight him. I never believed Canelo was going to fight him, but I was more involved in it because my one bias is mi hermanos. I was
Yeah,
more involved in the fact that he kept running from the Morel fight.
He doesn't
yeah.
need
He
to
should
fight
fight Morel.
Canelo, man. There's good fights out. He fight Morel. Fight Morel, man. If you're the
Yeah,
Mexican
fight
wants to
Morel.
fight Morel. Fight Morel. You know what I mean?
The only
You're not.
excuse not to fight Morel is if he fights the winner of Viterbi Bivol, because that's what Turkey wants anyway.
Yeah, and I'll see
Yeah.
Turkey doesn't think he's a super middleweight because he's offered any fights at 168. He's offering him, man. He's offering him,
Yeah,
man,
because
at
he's a big guy.
175 or higher.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's not a super middleweight. He was training himself. He's a big guy.
I look forward to see what he could do the new poundage. You know what I mean? I think Morel.
Yeah,
I think Morel will beat him at 175 though. I
Yeah,
think I think if anyone's going to retain that at that weight, I think Morel will because he's a more correct puncher than David. David is a volume and grind you down, took
volume,
you out.
yeah, pure.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Well, there's also the thing about his correct
Squares up.
punching and defensive responsibility in the midst of attack.
Yeah, he
yeah.
squares up like Benavidez.
Yeah.
Be a good fight though. Be a good fight. Like
Yeah,
to see it.
I want to see it.
Yeah. I wanted to see because remember Morel's promoters said they had the fight signed. Not sorry, Benavidez' promoters said, "Oh, if we don't get, we got the fight signed," and then crickets. That man never followed through. I
No,
was
they have
like,
the same promoter. Isn't it Lukowitz for both of them?
Oh
no,
yeah,
no,
Lukowitz. Yeah, yeah.
no. Morel's got a different. He's got the Cubans, whatever the guy's name, Louis the Cuban.
Louis. Yeah,
Yeah,
Louis.
yeah. So it's
Oh,
two different managements, but obviously they were both PBC or Showtime, whatever you would call it.
okay.
But there's the interview where David Benavidez guy says, "Oh, we're fighting him next," and then David comes out and says, "Oh hell no, I'm not fighting that guy."
Yeah, I mean he was very reluctant to fight Andrade. He priced himself out 7 million, but eventually he did it, and he battered Andrade, smacked
Yeah.
him up.
Yeah. Andrade, look, I was surprised by that. I don't get that. Andrade.
He quit, didn't he? He quit.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I think it's
He
the
quit,
lack
man.
of fighting top opposition throughout his career. He never faced resistance like that before.
Yeah,
It all caught up to him, man. Like pulled out of the Johnny Beck fight. That's when I knew he didn't have it no more. When he did that, I said, "You're done. You're done.
No,
You're
when he
done."
pulled out the Parker fight beats, like, why would you do that to
Yeah,
Zach
that
Parker?
one as well. Yeah. And then John Ryder handled flipping Parker easy. You
Yeah,
pull out of the fight, John Ryder handled him easy. That's when I knew he was done. Like you said, when he pulled out of the Johnny Beck and then the Parker fight, I said, "You're done. You're done out here, bro. You're done. You're done. You know what I mean? Once that fighting spirit, it doesn't matter because he's talented. Because like he was piecing up David, you know? He's
Yeah, it
piecing
was.
him up, but it's because he's talented. But he like as soon as he took a few himself, just I mean, did he get his nose broken? His nose broke. I think his nose was broken though, to be honest. But he still quit. He still quit. He quit.
Yeah, he quit.
He didn't want it. He didn't want the smoke, man. So, you know, it's a shame. It's a shame. Like, you know, he had some ability, but there's a few ingredients missing.
So I mean, he made a few quid. So hope he invested it right, because Defo.
That Eddie Heard though, innit? His own money.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
Yeah,
yeah, he signed with Eddie when that I mean, let's be honest, Eddie's somehow gotten to the bag quite a few times, or gotten fighters to the bag, because we're looking at a second cycle of big money to Eddie and the Zone. Because remember, Andrade signed when them man were getting 7 mil a fight. Like, remember that? Mikey Garcia went over there, got a bag. So he made good money. I mean, people forget Devin Haney was on a 3 million minimum on Matchroom.
Mikey got 7 million for the Jesse Vargas fight. Was it 7 million?
Yeah, that was a robbery. That daylight
Yeah,
robbery.
he
That
got
he
7
retired after. I
million.
think he had one fight.
He got he got 7 million, and then he got 4 million for the fight that he lost to what's his name, Sandor Martin. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and he did late box again, boy. When he got that Sandor bag, he said later.
Danny Jacobs was getting big money as well, isn't it? Danny Jacobs.
He was making
Danny
a comeback.
Jacobs, yeah. So all the men that were on that signed the Matchroom or on the Zone 2018 to 20, that man got the bag. 2018. Remember that the money was silly right up until the pandemic.
Tank got offered big money as well, innit? 7 million for
He got offered some
Kevin.
serious money. Serious money. Yeah. Yeah, he turned it down.
Well, I think he's got no choice in here. Tank's on a 360 deal, yo.
Yeah. You see how that deal is structured. You know what I mean? They can't even talk to people about making a fight, about Al getting in the business. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad. It's pretty sad, man. Imagine turning down 7 million to fight flipping Tevin Farmer. That's good. Like he must be like that's what you call slave contract.
But it's weird though how he's on that, but then Danny Jacobs was with Al Heyman and he still signed with Eddie.
No, Danny Jacobs was just a fighter on the PBC because he came from HBO. So Danny had that lawyer Cohen. So Danny had his own representation. Al was never Danny's advisor. Danny just fought on the PBC. It was almost a similar thing to Boots.
Yeah. Yeah. So although they were fighting on, they were PBC fighters, but they didn't sign.
He wasn't on a 360. Al Heyman was not his advisor or lawyer. He wasn't on a 360.
Crazy, man. I think like with Wilder was complaining that he wasn't getting paid on time. He didn't say exactly from who, but
honestly, so that's the same thing with Wilder, right? Wilder's actually not on a 360 because he's got Shelly Finkel's his actual manager. So Shelly Finkel's got the papers on Wilder. Shelly Finkel just had him fighting on PBC, and whatever agreement he had with Al was with Shelly. So basically, Wilder could have always taken the AJ fight. Al could not stop him. He made the choice with Shelly to stay there. You get me?
Yeah. 100%. So you see PBC like surviving?
As the entity that it is, no. I feel like it's gonna break up, rebrand or something. The fighters are gonna go elsewhere. It's just not enough fight dates. The first card they done on Amazon did not make any money. So Amazon's a business. Amazon's a business. They're not going to keep investing. The only way they survive is if they could go get a bag from Netflix, because Netflix got money to burn. They're trying to get into live sports. But Amazon is a metrics ran business. So the fact that they're not bringing in peas on Amazon means they're not going to last.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
You
That's
got
crazy.
you got to
That's
remember
crazy.
they've been dropped. They've been dropped from several networks for the same reason, not being able to. They're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They ain't got that hedge fund. They ain't got a hedge fund no more, man. Sad, man. It's pretty sad. Pretty sad. Pretty sad. They say Al Heyman has kind of took a back seat. I think Louis DeCubas is running it right now. Really, that's what they're saying. You might step
I
away.
mean, he was never in the front seat. He was just kind of, you know what I mean. I think I'm not sure what he quite did. It was just his name was affiliated with the whole situation, but it's not like, you know what I mean. He was never like anywhere you kind of could say, oh, this is what he does, or whatever. So yeah, it is what it is.
Wow.
Five boots in the
Like,
court, yeah.
you see Mayweather, man. Like TMT, they're done, man. They're done. The only fighter they have really is Rolly. TMT only have Rolly.
And he's not. I mean, he's not. What's Rolly?
It's
I
TMT,
mean,
isn't it?
yeah, but I mean, like, is Rolly ever gonna fight again?
Well, after that beating he took last time,
Yeah,
I'm not sure, man. Not sure at all. Because he got his ass all whooped in there, man. Proper whooping. He's the only fighter in their books who's fought this year, though, on a TMT card. Like, if you go to their website, they got about 10 fighters there. But none of them are fighting on PBC cards. Like, some of them haven't fought for 4 years. They got Andrew Tabiti on there still. Tabiti ain't fought for TMT for about 7, 8 years. Still
yeah.
got him on the website.
Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if Leonard Ellaby ended up working for the Zone.
And he should do, because, like, I think if Leonard is given a role, I think he's quite good at, advertising the product and talking it up. I think he's quite good. It's when he gets into them stupid beefs where he lets himself down. You know what I mean? I think he should. You know what I mean? Because it's about time, like, the PBC, like, either, get your fighters dates, or let them go. Let the staff go. Let LB go. But like Jalil Hackett, he left. And you know what he said? Like, he's 8-0, 7 knockouts, 20 years of age, and he became a free agent this week from TMT.
Yeah,
And you know what he said? They gave him a list. Who do you want to sign up with? You know what he said, innit?
yeah. Of course, of course,
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course. Hey, because you know what people forget. There's no better promotion than word of mouth.
yeah. That's it.
That's
That's it.
why, people keep acting like it's incredible that Eddie signed Boots. I'm like, you lot are not really bright, because just take a look at the picture. Who's Boots? Where's Boots? What gym is Boots in? Who does Boots train with? Who does Boots' dad train? Have you ever heard Boots' dad talk about the other
Andy
fighters
Cruz.
promoting? Exactly.
Andy Cruz. Yeah, yeah,
You knew
yeah.
that was. If you ever seen an interview with Boots' dad talking about the way Matchroom does business and how they deal with Andy, you knew that was happening. It
Oh,
just,
he was impressed with that. Yeah.
oh yeah, because also, who else is in the gym? Ray Ford.
Oh, yeah.
So he's in a gym with two Matchroom fighters that are active, getting paid, getting treated like rock stars. Like, obviously, that's the best promotion you could get because he's not going to go far. Two of my gym mates are on this promotional outfit.
Wow. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So everyone made this like, I was like, no, that's not breaking news. That's not shocking. I'd be shocked if he signed elsewhere because it just didn't make sense. He was at the last. He was at the last fight with Andy.
Oh, he was?
Yes, he was in the dressing room with Andy for Andy's last fight. So you gotta understand. And then he's always there with Ray Ford.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Regular fight dates, good fights. You know what I mean? Look at
getting
Ray
paid,
now. Like
getting paid on time, no drama, no beef.
Yeah. Ray won that featherweight belt, and now he's got that payday in the five against Nick Bull. That's a really good fight, you know. That's a really good fight. I mean, I don't know who actually win. I'm thinking Ray, but Nick could win it, you know. Nick could win it. If he gets a good early start, he could win it. That's a good fight. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. The problem Eddie has now is not getting the fighters. It's like he's gonna have to turn. He's gonna have to start turning them down. That's what it was at because he can't feed all of them.
He's gonna have a hit list. Like if I was Eddie, I'd just be like, yo, here are the top fighters. Just look at them man's roster, and as soon as them man free up, come over here. Come earn with Hearn.
Earn with Hearn. Earn with Hearn. Don't play yourself.
Because that's what I'd be doing. I'd be like, all right, let me see who's on here. Who do I want to sign? It's not really who wants to sign with me. I think Eddie should be in a position where he's like, who do I want to sign?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, they've got to just pick their targets, innit? Pick their targets.
Yeah. Because realistically, for the American fighters, what are the options?
There is no options. Like
There's not a lot. Like
yeah.
there's maximum with top rank. I don't really consider Golden Boy a real destination.
Man, sad. Like they're just destroying fighters' careers, man. And like Ben Shalom over here, he's doing it like look at Boati, man. He ain't that yard fight is not happening now, man. And he turned down the Bivol fight last year. You turn down a welter.
I seen an interview with Tunde on I can't even remember. He called into a show, and Tunde sounded like that man are not even interested in that yard fight.
When was that today?
No, I think it was Monday. I think it was Monday Night Smoke with the two comedians and that.
Oh yeah.
It's a casual boxing thing, but you know, once in a while I pop in to listen to bass and that, but it's not really like
KG and Trev, yeah.
Yeah. You know, once in a while they'll have something sensible, but you know, I mean, it's not a regular thing. But yeah, I just popped in on Monday and I seen Tunde on, and Tunde was sounding like, you know what I mean? It's like that man will on an A side, B side thing, and Tunde is not interested. If the split is 50-50, the fight's not happening because basically Tunde stood on this square, said, you know what? AY is the A side, so their man are not trying to air anything else. And he basically listed off a bunch of other fights that it seems like they're more interested in.
Okay. Did they say specifically?
They listed. I mean, this I can't remember. I mean, you could go find. I'm sure the stream's still up. But
the thing is, they can't. They're in a lawsuit situation with Frank now, though, aren't they?
yeah, like something of the nature. I mean, it seems to be according to what he said. It seems like it's a difference of opinion. Like one person thinks they're under contract and the other doesn't think they're still under contract. So which I find interesting that this often happens in boxing, because I'm like, what lawyers are doing these contracts, or what accountants? Because you lot can't seem to count the fights.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. Or the time limit. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not understanding that at all. Not understanding that. And like that shouldn't have broke the negotiations down for the Boatsi fight. That fight should have happened.
Well, I mean, from what I gathered, it seems that Frank and Ben or whatever, the two promotional companies are on the same page, but one of the fighters and the fighters management are not on the same page with the promoters.
It looks like to me like Yard and Tunde want to negotiate for that Boatsi fight without Frank there. They don't want to cut Frank in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, either that or they're not agreeing with the 50-50 split.
50-50 split is fair.
Well, that Uncle Tunde
They
does
don't
not.
agree with that. Yeah,
Uncle
yeah, he
Tunde
don't
does
he
not
don't
agree.
agree with it.
Uncle
He
Tunde
don't,
says
he don't
no.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle Tunde said we did not go to Russia to come and collect 50-50.
But here's the thing, though. Yeah, the argument against them is Boatsi is ranked number 1 in 3 of the sanctioning bodies. You know what I mean? Yard is ranked number 3 in 3 of the sanctioning bodies. Like
And as
you
Tunde
can't
said,
be saying
who has he fought? We fought Beterbiev. We fought Kovalev. Who has he fought?
Yeah, but it's not a matter of just who you fought. Who have you beat? Did they beat Kovalev? Did they beat Beterbiev?
I'm just telling you what Uncle Tunde was saying.
I
Yeah,
know. But they ain't win none of them fights.
yeah.
They gonna win them fights.
And the man said they don't rate Craig Richards as a win. So
They don't rate Craig Richards as a win.
they don't rate the win that Boatsi has over Craig Richards.
That's better than anything the Yards won though. Like Craig Richards is a better scout than Lyndon Arthur, and that's Anthony Yard's best win.
Yeah, I know. Well, listen, it's a conversation you might want to have with Tunde because he's not having it.
Hey, listen, Craig did way better against Bivol than Lyndon did. Way better.
Yeah, well,
And let's keep it real. Yard versus Lyndon is 1-1. It's 1 apiece.
yeah.
Yard lost the first fight. Lyndon's a bit. I mean, Mike in there from South London is a better fighter. Is a better win. Craig is a better win than Lyndon. Craig's a better win. 50-50. Listen, it's a good deal. 50-50, and it's going to be on both platforms on pay-per-view. Yeah? You both get your guarantees. You sell that fight, and you might be able to get an upside if you can sell enough. Should have went for it. There was no A side there. They put. See, this is what I'm saying, man. People say Floyd messed up boxing because he did. No, it's the fighters who try and follow Floyd. I'm A side. But maybe I don't know. Maybe they didn't really value the fight.
Yeah, that's what it is. I don't think them man value the fight because the way Tunde was chatting, it's like them man they're looking at it like, rah, we got other options. You only have us as an option. Or they might be looking at it like, hey, we got other options,
That's crazy,
and
man. That's crazy.
this Joshua Boatsi fight will always be here. Because they might be looking at him like, yo, cuz you got no aspirations to be world level. You got no aspirations and you really don't have any. Let's be honest, right? What are the options for Boatsi right now outside of the Anthony Yard fight? What are his
It's
options?
Finn Pickens, like the biggest fight that Ben Shalom could find him on on Boxer was Dan Aziz, and who's there now? There's no one else.
Yeah.
There,
I
there's
mean,
no one else.
you might have to wait for them to bring up Ben Whitaker for him to fight. I mean, that's
Wow, that's crazy, man. You're laughing. That might be a distinct possibility.
yeah. I mean, the laugh was sarcastic, but honestly,
I
'cause
know. Yeah, I
he
know it was
doesn't-
sarcastic. Yeah, but this might be real, Lennox, because like you're saying, he hasn't fought for a world title yet, and he's about 33. He hasn't fought for a title. He turned down a title shot. He turned down that Vlasov fight before Bivol. He's turned down a lot of good fights.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and Yard himself, like, you know, him and Tunde, I like them, but they walk around like they've won a world title. They haven't won nothing. They haven't won anything.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, you gotta go for it now because if this next crop of guys coming up to light heavy, because you're done with the domestic scene, right? You gotta go on the world scene now, and this next crop, like, you might have to see Benavidez or Morel.
This is what I'm saying. But it looks like I don't think they want them kind of smokes. I'm not sure if either of them want them kind of smokes, man.
That's what I'm saying. They don't want that kind of smoke, which means what you're gonna hang around and wait for Ben Whitaker.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
I mean, what I'm saying sounds a bit mad, but it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does. You know what I mean?
Because let's be honest, based on the track record, yeah, we could always say he's not really about tough fights. Like, he turned down the world championship. He somehow got injured and got out of the toughest opponent he was supposed to face, the Vlasov lad. So we know, and that's really what led to the whole thing with Matchroom. That's what led to the split with Matchroom. They're like, "Raw, we're giving you options," and you're like, "Raw, I don't like this opponent. I don't like that opponent." You're basically ducking bare smoke.
I tell you what, I spoke to his management on Twitter, like on one of them sort of them hangouts they do on Twitter with Shy and Rico, and he was talking about. I had to stop because I was putting up so much receipts on him, like, and it was becoming embarrassing. So I had to pull back. I had to pull, and this is why I don't do media. That's why I don't do media, because I hear a lot of these people in the industry talking on internet. I said, that's not correct. There's a receipt for that. There's a receipt for that. And everything you're saying is incorrect. His manager, you know what they told me? The reason they didn't take the Bivol fight is because they couldn't get a rematch clause. I said, hang on. I said, Joshua Buatsi fought in Birmingham last year against a Polish guy, and they was walking out the arena. Right? I said, how do you, challenging for a world title, ask for a rematch clause? And you've never. Joshua Buatsi has never. What's he filled out? Show me a venue where he's been the main event and it's filled out. Like anything over 15,000. You can't name one fight, bro.
Yeah. No, I mean, the reality of it is these men are making Eddie look like a genius, because it's really the only person that left Matchroom and is panned out for is Natasha Jonas.
Yeah.
And maybe and Chris Billiam Smith. Natasha Jonas.
And Chris Billiam Smith, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what his biggest fight was Craig Richards at the O2. And even that it probably sold about 11. About 11,000 maybe. If that. Or maybe 10 or something.
I mean, I'm not sure. I don't even, you know what it is too. Sometimes you gotta look at some of these guys and think, like, I mean, do you really want to be a boxer?
Very true.
Because sometimes the way Joshua Buatsi, like when he was on Matchroom, the way he liked the holiday, you know what I mean? Because I follow him and I swear to God, he was in Ghana more than he was in the gym.
He was, or in the Middle East, either Ghana or the Middle East.
Yeah.
Him and Nicole, they like the holidays. I mean, and which is I can't blame them because they got all that dough and they want to spend it. They want to spend some of it, enjoy it. That's
Yeah,
fair enough.
but it felt like somehow it's like the holidays, like the boxing career was getting in the way of your holidays. That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
So yeah, so with that being said, it's like, and then when the news comes out that you're like, you know what I mean, you're not keen on tough fights, then it's like, bruv, are you really like,
It might just come to a point where they've just like procrastinated too much. I don't know. Maybe the ambition has gone. Maybe the ambition is gone. Like Ben Whitaker's fighting the guy who called him out at the press conference, the Nigerian guy,
yeah,
Ezra Adenyenka. He's fighting him. Like I've got a video on that which I want to do. Like really, it's not because I think he's going to lose or he should be worried about that, but that guy he shouldn't really have like 6-0. He's still learning, and the thing is, it's not the opposition. He's not fighting frequently enough.
yeah.
Not fighting frequently enough. He could fight that guy in his 10th or 11th if there's a Commonwealth belt or something on it. You know what I mean? But he wasn't under no pressure to take that fight because he's still very green. Still very green. Still very green.
Well, I mean, hopefully he sorts his trainer out because
Who's
he's
training
got.
him there? Not
I
restricted
mean,
here.
he's got his uncle Joby, and he had his uncle Joby in the corner last fight. But
Are the man really ready though?
are they what?
Are they ready? Is he ready, Joby?
I don't know. See, Joby trained him for the amateurs, so you get me. So like, I'm not even. Yeah.
He's not with Angel Hernandez, no?
No, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, the Sugar Hill thing was just a weird matchup because honestly,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was weird. It was a weird match. Like I don't know. People got to stop throwing names. You got to look for like what is actually going to be beneficial. Don't look for the name they're talking about at the moment. You know what I mean? That's not the way to select the coach. Not the way to select the coach, man. I noticed Rob. When's Lawrence Okolie fighting? When's he fighting?
He's fighting soon. Oh man, it's mad. It's long for him because he's got to go out of Poland. They do not like the melanated folks in Poland. It's going to be double.
No, they don't. They don't. I didn't want to talk about that, but they don't. They don't. They don't.
No, I've been there. I've been there about 3 times for work. Yeah. No,
I was
no.
watching. I used to watch Stefan Molyneux's vids till I found out he was a total prick, and he was out there. And no, they don't. And I've noticed that they haven't done a press conference over here for Okolie. All the press conferences in Poland, they ain't done. And he's supposed to be the face of Sky Sports. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's a hard one, man. It's a hard one. It's a hard one. When is it? It's January, February, March, April, May. 24th of May. 24th of May. That's a difficult one, man. That's a difficult one. A difficult one. Oh, so you experienced it yourself when you went over there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was. It was mad. I was at a very bad time too. So I did not know
Yeah.
that these lot were like they were the home of white nationalists. So there's a big film festival because my professional whatever. It's called the Cabaret
Yeah.
Film Festival. So it was a big cinematography film festival, It's about every November. So I think the Independence Day or some white nationalist thing is in November. Hey, right, cuz
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
let's just say got in a taxi to go to a venue for the festival, and yeah, it was a bit mad still. Never again.
Yeah,
That's how
because
I
like,
learned.
you see that festival you talk. That's where I saw Stephen Molyneux in them festivals. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's very yeah, and he was talking about it's beautiful to be somewhere where it's just white people there. I mean, I'm not saying they're racist. That's just how they like it. You know what I mean? I'm not
Yeah,
criticizing
yeah.
that. I'm just
I
trying to
wasn't there for
change
that. I was there
stuff.
for the
You know what I
film
mean?
festival,
Yeah,
but the film festival, that year that the film festival, I think it was 2017, it just kind of lined up with their little nationalist thing, and it was long for me.
yeah, 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 yeah. 100%, man. Well, maybe they might treat Cody with some respect. I doubt it. They like Alan Babbage warned him, and like he's Caucasian. Babbage warned him
I,
over there.
I beats. Of Colin's Nigerian descent. He's a Nigerian Brit. I'm a Nigerian Brit. He's not getting no respect out there. We're about the same shade of black.
Yeah.
He's just a few inches taller.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right, right,
nah,
right, 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 right. Yeah.
it's long for the brother.
Wow, man.
Beats,
Crazy.
when I tell you, I Beats, yeah, everywhere I've been around the world, is you've known me for a bit, right? Everywhere I've been around the world, I find a boxing gym. I'm in a boxing gym. That's the only place where I didn't
Yeah,
even. I was there for 10 days. I've been there a
yeah,
few times. I've been there for three separate times, 3 years, uh, for the same film festival. Um,
yeah.
and not once did I even ask where there was a boxing gym.
Wow, 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 wow.
So that should tell you, yeah, you're
Yeah,
chatting to the. I'm the brother that doesn't speak Spanish but goes Cuba every year to box. You
yeah,
get me?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I go. I'm in Ghana in the gyms, South Africa. Now, I mean, I'm Nigerian, Nige. You know, I even been in gyms in Germany.
yeah, 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 yeah. That's deep, man. That's deep. That's deep. That's deep. Mark
So
Anthony said you're right about the Polish, and they said the Ukrainians as well.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
yeah.
mean,
Cold
so
receptions.
yeah. So if you like anyone that knows me, for me to be somewhere for 10 days and not see the inside of a boxing gym, that's
Yeah.
all you really need to know. Like I had no interest. Like I wasn't even asking where the gyms was.
Wow. 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 Yeah, Cody's gonna get a nice reception there, man. He's gonna get a nice reception there.
Yeah. So I'm proper like he might have to go out there, commute out there the day of the fight. Like he might have to travel the day of the fight because I can't even see him. It's the sort of situation, you know, where fighters talk about worrying about their water being spiked in that. That's
Yeah.
the one place where, yeah, I'd be paranoid.
And I said in my video, I said he better take his own water and everything out there. You take your own water and food and siege mentality out there, bro. Make sure you know you got some good security.
Yeah, and the thing is too, you know what's also funny? Like, not to make it a racial thing, but I've never seen any Caucasians in like Okoli's clique. So like, who's really
Yeah,
outside of Shane McGuigan, right? So like, who's sorting them out there?
He's with Joe Gallagher now.
All right, well, let's hope. I hope Joe Gallagher's getting them sorted out there, because if not, it's long. If it's just him and the Penny Boys, it's long.
Wow. So you think he can bring that Bridgerweight belt back to Britain?
I'll
Under
give him,
the circumstances.
I'll give him major kudos, major props if he can. But all I'm saying is, if people thought Haney going out to Australia was against all odds, nah, this is against all odds.
Wow. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Well, good luck, man. Good luck. I think Sky have sold him down the wrong road.
Yeah, no, I think Sky's basically decided he's someone else's problem. Like every chance they get to make him someone else's problem, that's what they'll do.
Wow, I called him, man. Well, you just have to fight hard, man. You just have to fight hard. Like, you know, he should
And
be able to
and
outbox that guy. He should be able to
and
outbox.
what's the move with Gallagher, right? Like, why would you go with Gallagher? Because I'm like, he does not train any fighters that's got a style similar to you. I'm not even understanding that at all.
I didn't get it myself, to be honest, but
Like,
that's what
is
he does.
because apparently he see like what I mean. My man seems to be a bit cheap. So is he just the cheapest coach he could find?
That could be it, you know. Maybe you didn't want to spend out the peas, bro.
Yeah, that's because it's not making sense. Because I'm looking at Gallagher fighters, I'm like, Gallagher's the coach that had Liam giving up his height.
Liam Smith, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
he's the one that had Liam giving up his height, not jabbing, trying to catch and counter hooks. Like, so
Oh,
what's he gonna do
you
with?
mean Callum? You mean Callum? You mean
Yeah, I
Callum,
mean
not
Callum.
Liam.
Yeah, Callum. Yeah, he's the one that had the Callum giving up his height, trying to catch and counter. So you're gonna have another guy out there doing the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, he was half trying to catch and do that with Paterno, but he was too quick to take the to take the blunt force of trying to catch and then shoot. And
Yeah,
he was caught between start. He got hammered in that fight, man. Got hammered. Wow. Craziness, man. Man, what's the time now?
oh yeah, it's late beats. I've been on with you for very long. It's like I clocked a few hours in here. All right, I'm calling it beats. Chat to you later.
I'm gonna call it. All right, Lennox. Catch
All
up,
right,
man.
cheers.
Peace.
Yeah.
All right. Tone, Jerome, Case, Shawndell. The beats. How bad would it be for boxing if Mike Tyson gets absolutely mashed up by Jake Paul? Well, Mike's older than me, so if he gets beaten up, surely wouldn't be too much of a shock. You know what I mean? Did the Zone offer PBC a deal? I think they did. I think they did. I don't think Al was interested. You know what I mean? But with that, people, we're out. Ghost, peace, gone. Sayonara.